enforcement official would provide our community with an important seat at the table to address what is happening today. Thank you.
Councilmember Mark Ridley Thomas was joined by
We're going to hold this on the desk until we can confirm a date. Madam Clerk, what items are available for us to vote on?
Okay, so that would be okay. Madam President, those items would be 2 through 5, 7 through 13, item 15, and 17.
Let me repeat that one more time, members. We're voting on items 2 through 5, 7 through 13, item 15, and item 17. Is that correct, Madam Clerk?
Yes, Madam President.
Okay. Mr. Harris-Dawson?
Yes, on item number 19, the hearing date is the 15th, not the 16th,
Okay.
just to clarify.
Okay.
Mr. Blumenfield, is that?
Yeah, whatever the, yes. Thank you.
Mr. City Attorney?
Yes, I just want to make it clear on the record because people need to know. So the hearing for the matter on item number 19 is referred to the Plum Committee, and it will be heard on April 15th. Thank you very much.
Okay, without objection, that will be the order on item 19. Let's prepare to vote on the items. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Blumenfield.
Blumenfield, aye.
Bonin.
Bonin, aye.
Buscaino.
Aye.
Cedillo.
Aye.
De Leon.
Aye.
Harris Dawson.
Yes.
Koretz.
Aye.
Krikorian. Absent. Lee.
Aye.
Martinez.
Aye.
O'Farrell.
Aye.
Price.
Aye.
Rahman.
Yes.
Ridley Thomas.
Aye.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
That would be 14 ayes. These items are adopted forthwith.
Okay, Madam Clerk, let's go ahead and vote on item 24. Can you read that into the record?
Yes, Madam President. 24, in the case entitled Jesse Leon versus Jose Huizar, City of Los Angeles, et al., there is a recommendation to expend up to $150,000 in settlement. Yes, Madam President, shall I call the roll?
Yes, ma'am. We're voting on item 24. We needed to vote on that item separately, so go ahead. Call the roll.
Yes. Blumenfield.
Blumenfield, aye.
Bonin.
Bonin, aye.
Buscaino.
Aye.
Cedillo.
Aye.
De Leon.
Aye.
Harris Dawson.
Yes.
Koretz.
Aye.
Krikorian. Lee.
Aye.
Martinez.
Aye.
O'Farrell.
Aye.
Price.
Aye.
Rahman.
Yes.
Ridley Thomas.
Aye.
Rodriguez.
No.
13 ayes, 1 no. This matter is adopted forthwith.
Okay, let's move on to our public comment. Mr. City Attorney, when you get to the rules, please explain that we're going to be taking public comment separately for item number 20 that's on this morning's agenda.
I will do that. Thank you.
So, Madam Clerk, go ahead and read the instructions, and then we'll move on to how we're going to do item number 20 separately this morning. Go ahead.
As indicated on the agenda, Members of the public wishing to offer public comment should call 669-254-5252 and use meeting ID number 160-535-8466 and then press the pound key. Then press pound again when prompted for participant ID. Once admitted into the meeting, press star 9 to request to speak. Finally, when you hear the last 4 digits of your phone number called out, press star 6. Let me repeat, call 669-254-5252 and use meeting ID number 160-535-8466 and then press the pound key. Then press pound again when prompted for participant ID. Once admitted into the meeting, press star 9 to request to speak. Finally, when you hear the last 4 digits of your phone number called out, press star 6.
So to members of the public calling in to speak, when it's your turn to speak, please state which of the agenda items you'd like to speak on. You have 1 minute per item to speak, up to 3 minutes total, and if you wish for 1 minute for general public comment, please speak on the items before going to general public comment. We'll tell you when your time's up. When speaking on the agenda items, you must be on topic. Our goal is to get through as many speakers as we can. If you're not on topic, or if we can't tell whether you're on topic, you'll get one brief warning from me or the president. If you don't immediately get clearly on topic or again stray off topic, you will be cut off and you'll forfeit the rest of your speaking time, and we'll move on to the next speaker. We'll take 30 minutes total of public comment. The items that are open for public comment are items 1 and 18 through 24. That's 1 and 18 through 24. For item 20, as the president mentioned, we're going to have a separate hearing later on. That's a plum appeal. For members of the public, if you dial in now and you want to speak on item 20 along with something else, that's fine. But please be advised, there will be a separate period where you can speak for members of the public who don't speak on item 20 in this initial round. Also, later on in the hearing, we'll listen to the applicant and the appellants in the fair hearing for item 20. Finally, there's also a special meeting. We'll get to that later. So please don't try to speak on the special meeting items at this point. There'll be literally a separate meeting for that later today. And finally, for members of the public calling to speak, as soon as you hear someone address you by reading off the last 4 digits, your phone number or other identifying information if you're dialing in with a block call, you're live in the meeting, it's your turn to speak, please press star 6 right away. We understand you may be listening on another device, but if you are, please keep one ear to the phone because there's a time delay between the live meeting and the broadcast. And if you don't have an ear to the phone, when we read out your identifying information, you may not hear it right away and press star 6, and we may think you're no longer on the line and then move on to the next speaker. Finally, also, if you're listening on another device, when it's your turn to speak, please turn down the volume on that other device right away because of the time delay and feedback. It's going to cause a lot of confusion if you're listening on the other device and not the phone. So we are ready to take public comment for 30 minutes, Madam President, on items 1 and 18 through 23, and general public comment.
All right, thank you, Mr. City Attorney. Let's go ahead and take the first speaker.
Caller with the phone number ending in 0899, please press star 6.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, what items would you like to speak on?
I'd like to speak on general public comment.
Sure, you have 1 minute. Please begin.
Good morning, esteemed council members. I do not wish to address Mitch O'Farrell, Joe Buscaino, or Bob Blumenfield. I do wish to address those of you who have the depth of character to acknowledge when your strategies have failed and who possess the courage to collaborate with the members of your communities who are actively engaged in addressing the problems that have been created in the city through the outright corruption and neglect of our mayor, a handful of council members, the LAPD, and the various mayor-appointed commissions that control every aspect of life in the city. Exhibit A, Mr. O'Farrell's career hopes are hanging by a thread. And this is a great time for all of you to use him as a case study on what happens when you build your political career by spit polishing Eric Garcetti's shoes and faithfully following his footsteps. You know those Harry Potter movies when the people speak in the presence of Voldemort and you can tell they're terrified for their lives and their voices squeak and the color leaves their face? That was the way Mitch O'Farrell looked yesterday when he was making his announcement about the suddenly urgent need to close Echo Park Lake for landscaping purposes. I mean, it looked like he needed life support after that, and it reminded me of the way Garcetti
Thank you,
slipped into
Speaker.
the
Thank you, Speaker. Next speaker.
Caller with a phone number ending in 7186, please press star 6. Please state your name and the item you'd like to speak on.
Hi, my name is Alex, and I'm going to speak on general public comment.
Very good. You have a minute. Please begin.
Perfect. Okay, I'm here at Echo Park Lake, and I'm going to be giving my time over to someone who lives here so that she can address you personally.
Hi, how are you doing this morning?
Begin, please.
Okay, excellent. So the reason why we are out here today is to protest and to basically have awareness of the situation that's going down in Echo Park Lake right now. As it is, we are said that we are told that we are being evicted, unlawfully evicted. We have not seen any signs. We have not seen any kind of like forewarning. There are residents in this park. We're still under COVID protection, and the city seems fit to come under the night, send police officers to threaten us, bully us, to try to get us out of our home, and they're not providing any alternative, long-lasting, concrete, viable solutions. So we're tired of basically being treated like we're nobody. We're tired of being treated like we're less than human, all because of this pandemic, and the consequences of this pandemic has caused a couple of people to lose their houses. I think equal housing, equal opportunity, it should be human, and it's the right. It's a right that we all have being here in America. That's what that's what this country, this state was based on.
Thank you, Speaker.
Next speaker.
Caller with a phone number ending in 5554, please press star 6. Please state your name and the item you'd like to speak on.
Sean Murphy, Canoga Park.
Hi, Sean. Good morning. What items do you want to speak on?
Item 18 in general public comment.
Okay, you have 1 minute for each, Sean. Go ahead.
Item 18 is a good agenda. It should be passed, and that's about it.
Okay,
General public comment.
Sure, go ahead.
I want to let my council member Bob Bloomingfield know that the cars have to slow down on DeSoto at night, especially those Saturday night and Friday nights. There's too many people. DeSoto is just an audio speedway. People can't sleep at night. I mean, these keep speeding it at night on DeSoto Avenue. I've been in Canoga Park for 2 years, and it never stops speeding. We have to do something about it. With your help, Bob Bloomingfield, why don't you put his cops on at every corner of DeSoto Avenue? That'll help stop the speed. Thanks.
Thank you, Sean. Next speaker.
Caller with the phone number ending in 3318, please press star 6. Please state your name and the item you'd like to speak on.
Hi, yes, this is Richie Savenko from People City Council. I'd just like to give general public comment, please.
You have a minute. Please begin.
Yeah, City Council President Nuri Martinez. I want to let you know I feel bad for you and the council members that have to listen to sexist and racist epithets thrown your way by certain callers. Myself and People City Council unequivocally oppose the use of that language. The people that use that language are not a part of the activist left. But it is also not hate speech to say Mitch O'Farrell is a ghoul. Mitch, if you continue down this path to sweep and displace unhoused residents of Echo Park Lake, there's going to be an escalation that you are not prepared for, both politically and with what's going to happen in your district, potentially outside of your house. If this continues, there is going to be hell to pay, Mitch O'Farrell, if the LAPD shows up and attempts to displace hundreds of people from their shelter. Imagine how that's going to look for the city. LAPD shows up to the park to
Caller with the phone number ending in 4415, please press star 6. Please state your name and the item you'd like to speak on.
Hi, my name is Peter, and I'm here for general public comment.
You have a minute. Please begin.
Yeah, so we're here in masses, and we're standing up for our rights. You cannot shut this park down. People live here, people work here, people make a living here. We're out here as a community. The community is out here present, and we want to be heard. People here are each other's family, and you're disrupting the family that live here. You're just making things hard for everyone. And the approach that the city takes is inhumane. This is a humanitarian crisis, and it's being treated as just people breaking the law. And that is not the case. And that will never be the case, no matter what you say or how you paint it. People here have rights, and we're standing up for our rights. And this is America. This is what America is about. So let that be known that the people here have spoken. We do not want this park shut down. We want services, not sweeps, and we're going to stand up together. We'll be here tonight.
Caller with the phone number ending in 6767, please press star 6. Please state your name and the item you'd like to speak on.
I'm Marissa. I'm speaking for general comment.
You have a minute. Please begin.
Hi, my name's Marissa. I'm here at the Echo Park protest, and I have someone who'd like to say something. All right, guys. Hi. My name is Jessica Mendes, and I'm calling on behalf of the park. I'm calling on behalf of the people that work and live here, the families that, because of this pandemic and the situation, has caused us to have this as a last resort. We are not criminals. Yes, we do not have the $1,500, the $2,000 that you ask for rent, plus bills, plus light, plus this. But I am a resident of this park, and I tell you right now, I don't receive welfare, I don't receive Medicare, I don't receive food stamps, I don't receive pandemic relief. All I'm asking for, if I lost my home and I lost everything already, you're gonna take this little piece of land that I have away from me. Growing up in this park, I always thought, and I would run away to this park because it was safe. Now that I don't have anything and I pay my taxes and I'm an outstanding citizen, because you know what, I help my community, I help my people. You're telling me that you're trying to take away the last little thing I have, and yet you're not even paying taxes. The government is still waiting to hush this under the rug. I am here with the people of Echo Park. We will not leave. We will stand today, tomorrow, and every other day that needs it. We are not looking for this life we never wanted.
Caller with the phone number ending in 5643, please press star 6. Please state your name and the item you'd like to speak on.
Good morning. My name is Mads Dogger, and I'm providing general public comment.
You have a minute. Please begin.
Thank you. I'm calling today because the planned displacements of the Echo Park Lake tent community are absolutely outrageous. These displacements destabilize people's lives, take them away from their community connections, destroy their possessions, and with the pandemic raging now, put them at risk for contracting COVID. The city should be focused on supporting the residents of the Echo Park Lake community, not criminalizing them. They're just trying to provide each other with the services the city has failed to provide them with. I live just up the street from Echo Park Lake, and the residents of the park community are our neighbors. They're your constituents, and they deserve to live with dignity and safety, so stop harassing them.
Thank you, Speaker.
Caller with the phone number ending in 0914, please press star 6. Please state your name and the item you'd like to speak on.
Go ahead, Karina.
Hello, my name's Iman, and I just wanted to make a public comment that why are we back at this again? We've had a whole year of peace and a whole year to grow a community, and we've shown what we can do. We're positive, we're clean. Why are we back at this again? Why are you trying to kick us out? You know, Mitch, you didn't want to meet with us last year. You don't want to meet with us this year. What's going on behind your closed doors, man? Just come meet with us, because what you're doing is displacing human beings, actual people. That's not cool, man. We're out here living our lives. This park could have easily been MacArthur or Skid Row, but it wasn't. It wasn't, and that was because of us, not you. We threw away the trash. We cleaned up the park. So come work with us, Mitch. Work with us and help turn District 13 into what it could be. Stop meeting behind closed doors, man. Come out here and meet us. 300 people could show up. You're one man. Why can't you show up? That's it.
Thank you, Speaker.
Caller with a phone number ending in 3068, please press star 6. Please state your name and the item you'd like to speak on.
Brian Lee, General Public Comment.
You have a minute. Please begin.
Good morning, members of the Los Angeles City Council. My name is Brian Lee, and I'm with the American Lung Association. Our organization is among the growing number of coalition members of LA Families Fighting Flavored Tobacco. We are here today to encourage you to move decisively to pass a comprehensive ordinance that ends the sale of flavored tobacco, including menthol flavored tobacco products, and without exemptions for hookah or adult-only tobacco shops. ALA is dedicated to saving lives by improving lung health and preventing lung disease. Just like Los Angeles County, we want strong laws ending the sale of flavored tobacco products. This will protect youth from accessing flavored and cheap tobacco products and will prevent a lifetime of tobacco addiction amongst Los Angeles youth. Please join us in a growing number of Angelinos who are standing up to big tobacco. Thank you.
Thank you, Speaker.
Caller with a phone number ending in 8038, please press star 6. Please state your name and the item you'd like to speak on.
Hello. Hello. Hi. My name is David Bush Lilly at BUSCH-LILLY. And I've been homeless in Los Angeles for 20 years. I've been for the last 8 months here, Mitch, in Echo Park Lake, and seeing the beautiful community that we have here and all the efforts that we're making to add a shelter to the city. We are not shelter resistant. We are shelter aware, and we have created a shelter here. And the actions that you're doing are to shut down the shelter model that we've never seen anywhere in the city. We're all trying the best we can and to create all kinds of different models. And we've created a model here that meets the needs of many people that are not being met yet. We're not trying to take over the park. We're not trying to trash the park. And we're going to be calling your office directly today. You said that you would meet with us. Please have your staff pick up the phone, have Luis or somebody pick up the phone, take our call, and let's set up the meeting. The county health department got no advance notice of this. And we would rather have a meeting with you where we can be COVID safe.
Caller with a phone number ending in 1148, please press star 6. Caller with a phone number ending in 1148, please state your name and the item you'd like to speak on.
My name is Len Moses. I'd like to speak on all available items and general public comment, please.
Sure. So you have 3 minutes on the items, followed by 1 minute for general public comment. Please begin.
All right. Thank you, sir. Apologize to Ms. Ostry for your disrespect. Martinez, you want respect, but look what you did to her. Respect her. You don't deserve respect. All items on today's agenda are yes votes. Rodriguez got a no vote, one no vote. What a surprise. This is the very foundation of LA City Council corruption. And apparently you're a part of it, Raman. You do nothing but yes votes too, including yesterday's hundreds of thousands to the LAPD.
So can we get on the
Item number 18 is a resolution of declaration of emergency by the mayor for a local emergency of COVID-19 continues. Included in this motion should be the continuing homeless crisis, which all these calls are about. It was a local crisis before COVID-19, all created by this corrupt Los Angeles City Council. Garcetti, Wesson, Martinez, Huizar, Englander. Why isn't LA City Council homeless corruption included in this motion? of this emergency declaration. The entire city is an emergency. It's one big homeless encampment. And it won't go away, public, until these people and the system goes away. Item 19 is a plum, planning land use. This is the foundation, just like Martinez. The First Amendment is something isn't something for people to hide behind. It's something for the people to stand on. You don't understand that, Martinez and Ridley, Uncle Thomas, and the rest of you clowns. All planning and land use must be taken away from the Los Angeles Sleazy Council, the bedrock of corruption in the city, including the vote swaps, the vote trading. All votes are yes votes, so why are they calling items special? To campaign, to talk. We had to listen to Cedillo yesterday talk about his deceased friend. But you shut the public up as much as you possibly
Could we get back on
can.
the item, Speaker, please?
Yes, sir. All planning and land use must be taken away from the Los Angeles Sleazy Council if we're going to get homelessness under control, public. These people have to go. We have to create a bloodbath of voting. Vote them all out. Dawson's going to be
You may move to
recall.
general if you wish, Speaker.
Yeah, it's coming, Dawson. It's coming, boy. That's right. Am I on my public comment yet, sir?
Yes, you are.
Hello?
Please begin your general public comment.
All right, thank you. People's Motion 21-0001. No sitting city council person can hold the office outside his current term if homelessness is not reduced by 25% in their current term. We have to get rid of these sleazy people, feral, talking about we're going to build 10,000 units with HHH. Homelessness increasing before the pandemic at double digits. These people know it. HHH, all that money can only be used for new construction so they can suck out all the campaign contributions. I move to adjourn the meeting in memory of 3 to 8 homeless people that will die in the street today because of these people sitting here. The Los Angeles Corrupt Sleazy Council. No, you're not a monkey, Ridley Thomas. You're less than a monkey.
Next speaker.
Caller with the phone number ending in 1360, please press star 6. Caller with the phone number ending in 1360, please press star 6.
Speaker, which items do you want to
Hello?
speak on? Yes, what would you like to speak on?
Yeah, I wanted to speak up on the Equita Academy.
I think that's general public comment, but you have a minute. Please go ahead.
Okay. Hello, my name is Sandra Molina. I live in the Pico Union area, and I support the Equitas Academy 5 and Equitas Academy 6 project. I am respectfully asking that you approve this project because it gives me a sense of safety. The school staff takes into heart the No Child Left Behind Act. The school has provided her help in achieving higher academics than I have expected. This school feels like a family. Please approve this project so our kids can have a school that at an early age prepares them for their career. Thank you.
Thank you, Speaker.
Caller with the phone number ending in 9204, please press star 6. Please state your name and the item you'd like to speak on.
Hi, I'm calling in terms for the general public.
Sure, you have a minute. Please go ahead.
I'm here at Echo Park, and I don't agree with the sweep. These are people here. They've created a community for themselves. It's a safe community. The neighbors here interact with people, and they don't care about the titles of unhoused or anything like that. This is a safe community, and I don't believe that this place should be swept or swept. I believe that services should be offered to everybody here. There is not enough services going around, and there is people suffering here due to the pandemic, and you're still keeping people out on the streets and not offering enough help for them. I don't believe that this is the right way to do things. I don't believe that this is the correct manner to help the public, and these are the public's comments, and I believe that you should take these into consideration because these are coming straight from us, straight from the people suffering here at the park. Thank you.
Thank you, Speaker.
Caller with the phone number ending in 7543, please press star 6.
Hi.
Please state your name
Good
and the item
morning,
you'd like to
Councilman.
speak on.
Oh, good morning. My name is Lionel Mares from CD6. Hi, President Nuri Martinez. Calling to make a general public comment, Mr. Fable.
Sure.
Fable?
Please go ahead. You have a minute.
Yes. Thank you. I'm calling regarding the homelessness. A couple days ago, I saw a homeless woman walking without, she was nude from her neck to her waist, and that's not the first time I've seen a person who was unhoused with a mental illness without clothes, and she looked in really terrible shape. She was walking on between Lancashire and Tuxford and Roscoe and Webb, and I mean, there's nothing I could do because I feel bad, but she was experiencing a mental health crisis and she was homeless. And it's not the first time I've seen this before. And I'm like, I feel really bad for these individuals because many of them need help, a lot, severe intervention. I mean, I think there are some individuals who could get a house and get a job, self-reliance. Others need more help.
Thank you, Speaker.
Caller with the phone number ending in 0703, please press star 6. Caller with the phone number ending in 0703, please press star 6. Please state your name and the item you'd like to speak on.
Hello, my name is Armin McCashin. I wanted to talk about general comments, please.
Sure. You have 1 minute. Please begin.
Thank you. I'm calling regarding the homeless encampment on the northeast corner of Berendo Street and Hollywood Boulevard, CD4. This has been an ongoing issue. It's attracting gang members. Several property owners have been tagged with La Mirada Locos gangs. Several expensive cars drop in and out and deal with drugs. There are several expensive cars stopping by, and the structures are very big. They're using power tools. They have blocked complete sidewalks. All we hear from CD4 is we hear you, we feel you, but each time they say that, there's always another incident. There was a big fight that broke off last week. Our senior lead officer cannot do anything because someone's giving orders not to make any arrests. So we are desperate. Neighborhoods, the property owners have spent several $1,000s on gates, and now they've hired patrols, and all CD4 does is we hear you, we feel you. This is not a homeless encampment. There's drug activity and gang activity.
Thank you, Speaker. Next speaker.
Caller with the phone number ending in 4444, please press star 6.
Oh, hi, everybody. My name is Jessica Craven. I thank you for listening to my comment. First of all, I definitely am not calling about this, but I stand in solidarity with everybody asking you to not do those sweeps at Echo Park Lake. That is not a solution. But what I am calling for today, general comment, is about the LA 100 study that we just actually, I think, got announced this morning. The results of it, LA DWP has presented 4 paths to achieving 100% production of electricity, which is really wonderful, but 3 of them take until 2045, and only 1, which is called LA Leads, reaches the goal by 2035. And I guess I just want to say on behalf of a bunch of climate activists that we have to have the target date of 2035. We're in a climate emergency. 2045 is too late to avoid severe impacts of climate change. Even President Biden has called for a national target of 2035. And LADWP really needs to be a statewide and national leader with a more aggressive timeline than the minimum required by the state law. Council Member De Leon's SB 100, wonderful bill, doesn't do it fast enough. We need to be zero carbon by 2035.
Thank you, Speaker.
Caller with the phone number ending in 7006, please press star 6. Caller with the phone number ending in, please state your name and the item you'd like to speak on.
Yeah, sure. Can you hear me?
Which items do you want to speak on, Speaker?
Oh, let's see here. I believe that would be item 1, 18, 19. I'll go with 20,
Very good.
24. And the general...
You have 3 minutes followed by general public comment. Please begin.
Yes, I'm Walter Spencer. I'm you-know-who's calling. I just want to talk today. I want to clear some things up here, but let's talk about the city business. I used to be a lawyer many years ago. Okay. Let me... okay. Now, 101 here is shared mobility device pilot program. I don't know what that is. I think that's just a bunch of
Speaker, I don't understand what item you're on. Would you please get on one of the items?
Well, sir, is it a number 1 involving non-car mobile devices? Am I correct?
Yes.
So, yeah, sure, okay. So that's where a bunch of these unemployed people, they don't go out and get a job, get a shave and a haircut, and get a car. And now, if you're going to pass number 1, you're going to contribute to the delinquency that I saw today down there at Echo Park and all over these underpasses over in Woodland Hills. I was there yesterday. So these folk stop. It's called contributing. You're contributing to the delinquency of people that don't grow up. You're over the age of 18. You don't spend money on this. You spend money on folk that work. That's who paid the taxes. That's who elect you, and you got to serve them folk. The other people, they're just bums. That's all they are, just bums. Now you get into the. Let's see here. You guys got no printed material here. I have a hard time seeing here. No, I just turned 89 January. No turning one here. Let's see here. The coronavirus. Now, I'm from Missouri, and last year we got the money from all of this Washington stuff, okay? Now, you got to go to Washington. You got to open up an office. You got to hire people, lawyers and consultants and professional people, not a bunch of politicians. And they got to know how to talk to people in charge that was back in Mr. McConnell and the Democrats. And now it's the Democrats. So you got to get back there and demand the money directly deposited into the budgetary issues by issuing letters of budgetary resolution. And what we used to do back in the 40s and the 50s when I was active, a young man, is that we would set up an account. We'd go to Washington, and we'd get the funding and direct the bill. You can
move on to general public comment if you wish, Speaker.
The fund of the municipal corporate responsibility. That's how you do it. Otherwise, money, you're just going to go to the state, and then it go to the county, and then it go to everybody, and then you get 5 cents on the dollar. So you're just doing it all wrong. You're doing it all wrong. I could show you how to do it. And my bullheaded nephew of mine, I could show him how to do it, but you're all arguing. You need the goddamn money, and I'm sorry to say that. Pardon my language. And, you guys got a lot of money there. You got about $45 billion, and you're going to get, what, $1.2 billion? Well, that's okay. When I go back home, we'll take your money, and we'll spend it on some new stuff like freeways, things like that. Now, can I just get to the regular comment?
All right, thank you, Speaker. Your time is up. Thank you.
What?
Members? Members, that concludes public comment for our regular agenda. So at this time, let's go ahead and vote on item number 18. Give me just a second. Okay, let's go to item 18. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Blumenfield.
Blumenfield, aye.
Bonin.
Bonin, aye.
Buscaino.
Aye.
Cedillo.
Cedillo, aye.
De Leon.
Aye.
Harris Dawson.
Yes.
Koretz.
Aye.
Krikorian.
Aye.
Lee.
Aye.
Martinez.
Aye.
O'Farrell. Price.
My apologies, aye.
Oh, thank you, Councilmember O'Farrell. Price.
Aye.
Rahman.
Yes.
Ridley Thomas.
Aye.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
15 ayes. This matter is adopted forthwith.
Okay, let's move on to item number 6. This was amended by Mr. Cedillo. Let's go ahead and vote on it as amended. Please call the roll.
Blumenfield.
Blumenfield, aye.
Bonin.
Bonin, aye.
Buscaino.
Aye.
Cedillo.
Cedillo, aye. Cedillo,
De
aye.
Leon.
Aye.
Harris Dawson.
Yes.
Koretz.
Aye.
Krikorian.
Aye.
Lee.
Aye.
Martinez.
Aye.
O'Farrell.
Aye.
Price.
Aye.
Rahman.
Yes.
Ridley Thomas.
Aye.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
15 ayes. This matter is adopted as amended.
Okay, let's move on to item number 14. This was called special by Mr. Blumenfield.
Great, thank you. I rise in support of this item. I call this item special because the West Valley Animal Shelter is a critical asset for the entire West Valley, and it's important really for the entire city's animal shelter system. Councilmember Lee and I have wanted this shelter open ever since it was closed because of the budget shortfalls during COVID. We fought hard to get it reopened. Our general manager tried to come up with some creative thinking after she was directed to close it for COVID and for funding reasons. She promised us that she would try to come up with a plan to reopen better and stronger, a collaborative effort with many rescue groups that share the mission I have for animal services today. And that is being a shelter that's more like a rescue and does not euthanize animals, but brings them out of the shadows of industrial areas into areas where we can adopt every pet out of the shelter. In fact, I did a motion to try to allow shelters to be in commercial areas, not just industrial areas. And fortunately, we are coming out of this pandemic, and the rationale given to us for closing it has waned, and the mayor has allowed this shelter to reopen, and I am thrilled. I went there yesterday, and while they're only about 20% capacity at the moment, they are getting ready to gear up. And I hope that we look at our animal services department as the animal services of the 21st century. This is not your grandfather's or grandmother's animal services. This is not 100 years ago. We no longer hear the issues in Public Safety Committee. We hear them in Animal Welfare Committee, which Mr. Koretz chairs. And that's the way it should be. So I hope we can continue on a path toward a more humane city that continues to change its philosophy from decades and decades ago as we continue to work with our nonprofit partners in the animal welfare world. Ms. Barnett's proposal didn't have enough time to really get community input and legs under it as it was shopped around. Frankly, it had some very mixed reviews. But fortunately, we no longer have to wait for a new proposal. She is reopening this shelter per Mr. Lee and my motion so the animals and the people who love them can be served again. So thank you, Mr. Lee, Ms. Barnett, Mr. Mayor. It is wonderful that we will finally have our shelter back in operation, and I ask for your aye vote.
Mr. Lee?
Thank you, Madam President, and thank you, Councilmember Blumenfield. It was very important to the West Valley area to reopen the shelter, and I just wanted to have short comments, just thanking all the people who are involved, Councilman Blumenfield joining me on that motion, the mayor, staff, and department staff for all your hard work in moving things around and being creative and making sure that we could keep this shelter open as a full running municipal facility. Our communities are ecstatic about it. It's something that needed to happen, and I just appreciate everyone's hard work in making this happen. Thank you.
Okay, let's go ahead and prepare to vote on this item, Madam Clerk. Let's go ahead and vote on item 14. Please call the roll.
Blumenfield.
Blumenfield, aye.
Bonin.
Bonin, aye.
Buscaino.
Aye.
Cedillo. De Leon.
Aye. I'm sorry, Cedillo, aye.
Thank you, Councilmember Cedillo. Councilmember Harris Dawson.
Yes.
Koretz.
Aye.
Krikorian.
Aye.
Lee.
Aye.
Martinez.
Aye.
O'Farrell.
Aye.
Price.
Aye.
Rahman.
Yes.
Ridley Thomas.
Aye.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
15 ayes. This matter is adopted forthwith.
Okay, let's move on to item 21, called special by Mr. Bonin.
Thank you, Madam President. Colleagues, I just wanted to highlight this one briefly to let you know about a risk of losing money for transit in Los Angeles and an opportunity we have to protect it. My thanks to those of you who showed up for the last SCAG meeting. I'm encouraging all of us to show up for the one on April 1st to continue trying to save transit money. As you probably know, at the beginning of the pandemic, Metro and LADOT and lots of other transit agencies were forced to cut service due to financial constraints. Aid for transit operators was included in the CARES Act and in the Supplemental Appropriations Act, and most recently in the American Rescue Plan. The CARES Act funding was distributed really without controversy, and Metro and LADOT got their fair share, and they were able to put it to quick use. Unfortunately, with the latest round of funding, our neighbors in Orange County are holding up what should be a fairly simple and straightforward administrative process and challenging the formula. They are appealing the SCAG staff recommendation, and that's going to be heard at the Regional Council on April 1st. And we're really going to need full attendance of the city and the county delegation here in LA. That means all of us to make sure we have the votes to stop that. At stake is $127 million in transit operations for LA County. Not just Metro, but LADOT and the dozens of other municipal operators that benefit our constituents and serve many of our districts. So without us rallying to protect it, we may lose some of this money to Orange County. So my office and probably the mayor's office as well will be reaching out to each of your offices to give you details on that, but wanted to really put a red alert on this because it's really important for Los Angeles, for Metro, and for people who rely on transit in LA County. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bonner, for the reminder of the April 1st SCAG meeting. Ms. Rodriguez?
Thank you, Madam President, and thank you, Mr. Bonin, for reminding everybody of how important these meetings are. But for us to really show up in solidarity, it's not going to be the first time that we've had to do this, but certainly it's incredibly important. And I just wanted to thank you for bringing this to everyone's attention again today, and for the reminder, because at risk is a lot of resources that support those that heavily depend on public transit. Ms. Martinez and I have some of the highest ridership of, and users of public transit. So when we talk about equity, when we talk about these overarching issues, this really is the root of it. We need to be there to fight to protect these resources for Los Angeles. So thank you for that reminder, and colleagues, you know, let's show up in force at 100% at that meeting on April 1st. Thank you so much.
Let's prepare to vote on this item. Please call the roll on item number 21.
Blumenfield.
Blumenfield, aye.
Bonin.
Bonin, aye.
Buscaino.
Aye.
Cedillo.
Cedillo, aye.
De Leon.
Aye.
Harris Dawson.
Yes.
Koretz.
Aye.
Krikorian.
Aye.
Lee.
Aye.
Martinez.
Aye.
O'Farrell.
Aye.
Price.
Aye.
Rahman.
Yes.
Ridley Thomas.
Aye.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
15 ayes. This matter is adopted forthwith.
Okay, let's move on to item number 1. This was called special by Mr. Cedillo for comments. Mr. Cedillo?
Yes, Madam Chair. I believe the matter is premature. We've asked for a report from the city attorney. I do not believe one has been forthcoming. Our office cannot support this at this moment, and so we ask for a no vote. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let's go ahead and prepare to vote on this item. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Blumenfield.
Blumenfield, aye.
Bonin.
Bonin, aye.
Buscaino.
Aye.
Cedillo.
Cedillo, no.
De Leon. Councilmember De Leon.
Mr. De Leon?
Aye.
Harris Dawson.
Yes.
Koretz.
Aye.
Krikorian.
Aye.
Lee.
Aye.
Martinez.
Aye.
O'Farrell.
Aye.
Price.
Aye.
Rahman.
Yes.
Ridley Thomas.
Aye.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
14 ayes, 1 no. This matter is adopted forthwith.
Okay, let's move on to item number 16.
Oh, for the record, Madam President, their ordinance on item 1 is carried over 1 week to
April 6th.
April 6th
April
for a
6th.
second consideration. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's move on to item 16. This was called special by Mr. Lee.
Thank you, Madam President. Is Rec and Parks here to answer some questions?
Hold on for just a second. Let me check.
Thank you, Mary.
Hi,
We have your
Councilmembers.
General
Mike Shaw,
Manager,
General
Mike
Manager.
Shaw. There he is. Good morning, sir. Mr. Lee, he's in our meeting.
Thank you very much, Madam President. Mike, just wanted to, regarding this item, my understanding is that there has been some change in, from yesterday committee up until right now regarding the contract agreement regarding the group.
That is correct. We have we've reached an agreement on the wages and health issues that were raised by Local 11, so that agreement has been reached. And we've also had the operator at the Greek execute a labor peace agreement with Local 11.
That's my only question, Ms. Scholl. Thank you, Ms. Scholl. And Madam President, I'd like to move the minority report.
I'll second that, Madam President.
Okay, it's been seconded by Mr. Bonin. Let's go ahead and prepare to vote. It's been moved in second. Let's go ahead and call the roll on item 16. Madam Clerk?
Blumenfield.
Blumenfield, aye.
Bonin.
Bonin, aye.
Buscaino.
Aye.
Cedillo.
Cedillo, aye.
De Leon.
Aye.
Harris Dawson.
Yes.
Koretz.
Aye.
Krikourian.
Aye.
Lee.
Aye.
Martinez.
Aye.
O'Farrell.
Aye.
Price.
Aye.
Rahman.
Yes.
Ridley Thomas.
Aye.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
15 ayes. This matter is adopted forthwith.
Okay, members, we're going to go ahead and recess our regular meeting and begin our special meeting at this time. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Blumenfield.
Blumenfield, present.
Bonin.
Bonin, present.
Buscaino.
Here.
Cedillo.
Here.
De Leon.
Here.
Harris Dawson. Koretz.
Present.
Krikourian.
Here.
Lee.
Present.
Martinez.
Aye.
O'Farrell.
Present.
Price.
Present.
Rahman.
Here.
Ridley Thomas.
Here.
Rodriguez.
Here.
15 ayes. There is a quorum, Madam President.
So on this agenda,
On the special agenda, item number 1 and 2 are items which public hearings have not been held. 10 votes are required for consideration.
okay, those items are now before us, members, and the items on the special agenda are going to go forthwith, Madam Clerk.
Thank you, Madam President.
Mr. Krikourian, did you want to speak to item 1, sir?
Yes, thank you, Madam President. I wanted to call item 1 special for purposes of an amendment.
Go right ahead.
I'd like to move that the item be amended to correct the amount in recommendation number 1 to read $4 million for variable staffing overtime, to renumber recommendation numbers 1 and 2 to numbers 2 and 3, and insert a new recommendation number 1, which would read as follows. 1, deposit the Medi-Cal Intergovernmental Transfer, IGT program interest income or other earnings from monies received into Fund 59F/38, account 38P401.
Is there a second?
Second.
No, second.
Second.
Ms. Rodriguez? Okay, are there any other specials on this special agenda, members, on 1 and 2? Okay, seeing none, we're going to move on to public comment, Madam Clerk. And I just want to after the clerk explains our speaking rules, Mr. City Attorney, can you also explain that we haven't gotten back, we're going to go back to item number 20 on our regular
Absolutely.
agenda as soon as we're done with our special meeting?
Yes.
Okay. Madam Clerk, go ahead.
As indicated on the agenda, members of the public wishing to offer public comment should call 669-254-5252 and use meeting ID number 160-535-8466 and then press pound. Then press pound again when prompted for participant ID. Once admitted into the meeting, press star 9 to request to speak. Finally, when you hear the last 4 digits of your phone number called out, press star 6. Let me repeat, call 669-254-5252 and use meeting ID number 160-535-8466, then press pound. then press pound again when prompted for participant ID. Once admitted into the meeting, press star 9 to request to speak. Finally, when you hear the last 4 digits of your phone number called out, press star 6.
So for members of the public who are calling in to speak on the special agenda only, when you hear the last 4 digits of your telephone number or other identifying information read out, press star 6 to speak, and then tell us which items you like to speak on. There are only 2 items that are available for speaking. Item number 1, which is the transfer of funds to the fire department as amended by Mr. Krikorian, and item number 2, which is the U.S. Department of Homeland Security Fiscal Year 2020 Urban Area Security Initiative grant. Because this is a special meeting, there is no general public, and you may only speak on those 2 items. You'll have 1 minute per item, up to 2 minutes total. As the president stated, we haven't forgotten about item number 20, which is the land use appeal. We will get to that, and we'll have a separate hearing for that after we've exited the special meeting. But right now, people who want to speak on items 1 or 2 only in the special meeting should call in. So we'll give just a minute, and then we'll see if anybody's on the line.
Okay, let's take the first caller.
Caller with the phone number ending in 8408, please press star 6. Caller with the phone number ending in 8408, please press star 6. Caller with the phone number ending in 8408. Caller with the phone number ending in 7719, please press star 6. Please state your name and the item you'd like to speak on.
It's Eric Previn from Studio City, and I'd like to speak on item 1 and item 2.
You have 2 minutes. Please begin, Mr. Previn.
Okay, well, this is a lot. So in the document, it says $4 million in staffing overtime. You know, this is from Homeland Security grant for the Security Initiative for 2020. It looks like the second one is a similar related document for the same Department of Homeland Security grant. And it shows a different number for variable staffing overtime, like 2,800,000 or something. But the number that is really especially irritating to an ordinary member of the public, because I've had some business with the fire department recently because they're interested in sending out 200% up charges if you didn't send in your $29 exactly on time. There's no negotiating. It's just, even if you're clean and you're in compliance, so they're very good at their kinds of administration, but to charge out of this 50-some million dollars, 2.7 million for grant management and administration causes the eyebrow of an ordinary council member to pop off their face and then have to be picked up and put back on, because it's terrible. And as I speak on behalf of myself on this one, I never like bulking up on battalion chiefs on quadruple overtime. I feel like, you know, when the fire department spends time doing the good work, like putting people in, you know, getting them vaccinated or having them tested, which they spent an enormous amount of time doing on overtime, so that Bloomfield can carefully file the overtime with the FEMA and get the reimbursement that we deserve. And now there's an apparent feeling that we are flush with money, but Krikorian will remind we're not. It looks good that we have 1.3 billion, but we're in still a very desperate situation. So I don't know, maybe we should do less bulking up on battalion chiefs. And, you know, I also saw $10 million.
Caller with a phone number ending in 8903, please press star 6. Caller with a phone number ending in 8903, please press star 6. Caller with a phone number ending in 6931, please press star 6. Please state your name
Hi,
and,
y'all.
and the
My
item
name
you'd
is
like to
Carly
speak on.
Kirchen. Apologies, I was trying to give comment on the general meeting, not the special.
So no, this is only for the special meeting, so it's only items 1 and 2 on the
Yes,
special.
I'm sorry. I didn't press *9.
Caller with the phone number ending in 9818, please press *6. Caller with the phone number ending in, please state your name and the item you'd like to speak on.
I was trying to do a general public comment from earlier and got shifted over to this. So I'll
That's
read
okay.
back.
So we'll move on to the next speaker.
Caller with the phone number ending in 2689, please press *6. Caller with the phone number ending in 2689, please press *6. Caller with the phone number ending in 5940, please press *6.
So for members of the public, if you want to speak on the special agenda only, items 1 and 2 on the special, please press *9 so we see who wants to speak. And then when we address you, again, keep one ear on the phone because of the time delay. And then when we address you, please press *6 after that to unmute yourself.
Caller with the phone number ending in 0899, please press *6.
Yes, hi. I just wanted to reach out and let you all know that we do see that you don't listen to public comment, and
so
you can run, but you can't hide from what is happening in CD 13.
This is only
and if you
for,
don't,
no, next.
Caller with the phone number ending in 1374, please press *6. Caller with the phone number ending in 1374, please press *6.
Okay, members, that concludes public comment for our special meeting. Mr. City Attorney?
Very good, thank you.
All right, so let's go ahead and vote on item number 1 in our special meeting. Item number 1 as amended by Mr. Krikorian and second by Ms. Rodriguez. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Blumenfield.
Blumenfield, aye.
Bonin.
Bonin, aye.
Buscaino.
Aye.
Cedillo.
Aye.
De Leon.
Aye.
Harris Dawson. Koretz.
Aye.
Krikorian.
Aye.
Lee.
Aye.
Martinez.
Aye.
O'Farrell.
Aye.
Price.
Aye.
Rahman.
Yes.
Ridley Thomas.
Aye.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
14 ayes. This matter is adopted as amended forthwith.
Let's move on to item number 2 in our special agenda. Let's go ahead and vote on that item.
Blumenfield.
Blumenfield, aye.
Bonin.
Bonin, aye.
Buscaino.
Aye.
Cedillo.
Aye.
De Leon.
Aye.
Harris Dawson.
Yes.
Koretz,
Aye.
Krikourian,
Aye.
Lee,
Aye.
Martinez,
Aye.
O'Farrell,
Aye.
Price,
Aye.
Rahman,
Yes.
Ridley Thomas,
Aye.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
15 ayes. This matter is adopted forthwith.
Okay, thank you, Madam Clerk. So let's go ahead and adjourn the special meeting and return to our regular meeting.
Madam President, shall I
Just go ahead and call the roll. We're
Yes.
now in our regular meeting, and go ahead and call the roll.
Blumenfield,
Blumenfield present.
Bonin,
Bonin, present.
Buscaino,
Here.
Cedillo,
Here.
De Leon,
Here.
Harris Dawson,
Present.
Koretz,
Present.
Krikourian,
Here.
Lee,
Present.
Martinez,
Present.
O'Farrell,
Present.
Price,
Aye.
Rahman,
Here.
Ridley Thomas,
Here.
Rodriguez.
Here.
15 members and a quorum, Madam President.
All right, thank you. Now we're going to move into our item number 20. Mr. City Attorney, why don't you go ahead and clarify where our speaking rules are?
Sure. So we're going to start with the appellants and then the applicants. This is the fair hearing, so I would ask that the members be in their seats and paying attention. Each party will get 5 minutes. We ask only that, besides being on topic, that you don't become repetitive. When we're done with that, we will then move on to members of the public who may want to speak on this item, and they'll have as normal public comment 1 minute each. So we're going to start with the appellants, and Anna will pull them out of the list. When you hear someone read out appellant the last 4 digits of your phone number, please press *6 to unmute yourself, and then we'll begin.
Caller with a phone number ending in 1502, please press *6. Caller with the phone number ending in 1502, please press *6. Please state your name.
Yes, good morning. My name is Aurora Corona.
Okay, so as one of the appellants, we're going to set the clock for 5 minutes for you. You can say whatever you want on the item. It's your time. Please just don't be repetitive, and we'll let you know when the 5 minutes are up. So please begin.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning, council members. Again, my name is Corona, and I am representing 158 opposing petitioners who also live within the 500-foot radius of this project. I would like to first ask why there is no community impact statement for this project when there are over 150 individuals from the community opposing it. I will pose this question to all parties who were involved in the approval of this project and to the City Council as a whole. I would like a response to the question, why is there no community impact in the CUP file? I personally see this as an oversight and a failure that appears to render this administrative record incomplete for this project. I would also like to say that from the very beginning, the stakeholders, the tenants, the residents, and business owners who reside within the 500-foot radius of this project have been ignored during the hearing process and have been at a disadvantage. We have not been given ample opportunity to present our case at the public hearings or at the CPC meetings. 1 minute here, 1 minute there, 2 minutes, and that's about it. It took 1.5 months to approve this project with 3 hearings. On the contrary, Equitas has been allowed time for a full-fledged presentation, yet we have been limited to the minutes dictated by the city. There was no proper community outreach by Equitas. Well, there was on their end for their school supporters, their staff, their students, their parents, their parents of the student. In fact, they used their website and electronic sign-up months before the community even heard anything about the expansion. Equitas did gather 300 supporters using this method, but only 19 individuals were within the 500-foot radius. This was not a fact mentioned by Equitas. It is a telling statistic that 90% of my neighbors who live within the 500-foot radius disapprove the project, and those outside the area approve it. We know we will be significantly impacted. Our councilman knows we will be significantly impacted. Even the studies by the LADOT, the VMT, vehicles, miles traveled, show that there's significant impact in our community over the 250. But the numbers have been tweaked using mitigating factors to allow the project to be acceptable within acceptable limits. Equitas has been preparing for over a year and a half since 2019. And in fact, from the very moment they moved into the building, which the community had cleaned up from the outside with the help of City Council, LAPD, our neighborhood prosecutor. I would also like to add that Equitas also told our councilman, Bill Cedillo, and community members that they would not be using this building to expand the student body, that it was only going to be administrative. Yet this is exactly what they have done. And obviously, this is not the truth. We are aggrieved by the unfair process that took place in reaching an approval for this expansion by CPC because they did not acknowledge the 158 opposing petitioners' problems and issues with Equitas traffic circulation plan. In particular, we had asked CPC and City Council with Equitas 5 and 6 school traffic not to be allowed to use concentrate. This would mimic Equitas 1 CUP. This is only logical and fair since it will be located right across the street from Equitas 1. Throughout the public hearings, the opposition to the project has been downplayed as a few, several, one, some residents by the applicant's representative and by CPC. The case file shows this. The letters make reference to only those who attend the meetings. But what about the other community members, as I said, who voiced their opinions via paper petitions? Not once has there been any acknowledgement of the opposing voices on these petitions by CPC or by a City Council's office. The equivalent, I say, of these actions would not be counting absentee ballot votes and only counting those who showed up at the poll. This is unfair and undemocratic. We live in Pico Union, one of the poorest areas in Los Angeles, currently the hardest hit with COVID, where the majority speak Spanish, but public hearing notices were sent out in English, where most do not work from home and who do not work from home and cannot take time off to attend hearings or do not have access to the internet. Many are uncomfortable and unfamiliar with Zoom technology and feel shy about speaking in public. Some are undocumented or feel for voicing opinions in a government setting. I know these reasons to be factual because I went door to door informing my community about the expansion because Equitas did not do the outreach within the 500 feet. These petitioners are my neighbors and their voices on paper should be accounted for and not ignored. Thank you for your time, and I hope that you will give us additional time to resolve the traffic issues and problems with Equitas 5 and 6. We have always been willing to work with the school, and we want to find a viable solution that works for all.
Thank you very much. So if there are any other appellants who want to speak, please press star 9 now to raise your virtual hand. So I'm not sure that we have on the line, and I'm just going to read this off. Neri Olarios, I think it's Velasquez, it's cut off on my sheet. Yolanda Gutierrez, Michael Rivera, Denise Kesey and Denise Heller, Andrew and Yasmin Corona. We've heard from Aurora Corona. Gloria Farias is representative, who is, I think, ADA Cordero Sachs. So if any of you are on the line, please press star 9 right now. Or if for some reason you haven't dialed in and you want to speak, please do so right now and press star 9. Okay.
Caller with the phone number ending in 2141, please press star 6. Please state your name.
Hello.
Which
Hello,
appellant
my
are
name
you?
is Yasmin Mero Corona.
I don't, sorry, say me your name again.
My name is Yasmin Mero Corona.
You are indeed one of the appellants, so we're going to set the clock at
Correct.
5 minutes. And please begin. We ask that you simply don't be repetitive. Please begin.
I'm speaking on behalf of my husband, Andy Corona, and myself. He had to work today. He's over at Station 13, Fire Station 13, so he wasn't able to join the meeting. But I just want to make it loud and clear that we are not against schools. We know that they're very important. And I know that Malta from Equitas is constantly saying that we are against schools, and we are not. The thing is that we are already oversaturated of schools near Spico Union intersection. There are 4 charter schools, 2 of which belong to Equitas. One LUSD Elementary within the 0.2 mile radius, and then the Equitas 5 and 6 that they want to bring over to the new site there, right across from their other school. In fact, it is that Equitas 5 and 6 already exist on other locations within the Pico Union area. That's what they have, they say, and that's where they're at. So that means that children would not be denied any education because they already existing. Equitas wants to combine these 2 schools that will house about 1,000 students plus over 100 staff under one roof next to Equitas 1 that is already housing 462 students and can go up to 500 students. That total of student body and these 3 schools, not including staff, will reach about 1,500 people there. That makes matters worse for the community. This Equitas 1, 5, and 6 will be located right across the street from each other, separated only by the small residential street, which is Constance, which is only 2 blocks, and that's where I live and own a property at. Anyone can see that 1,500 students plus over 150 staff will increase traffic tremendously in an already heavily congested area. LADOT confirmed this is true through their VMT studies that show the project does exceed the maximum daily trips of 250. However, by tweaking figures on paper using TDM, the traffic demand management strategies, such as encouraging carpooling, issuing bus passes, and their school staff and students to encourage use of public transportation, which we know in California most people don't do. The numbers were adjusted to meet the standards. There is no evidence that this will mitigate the traffic problem. In fact, these same strategies were probably applied to Equitas 1, and the outcome is long lines, car lines from 3 to 4 blocks deep on Pico Boulevard, waiting to pick up their children at the existing school. As it is, we already have significant traffic and parking problems within Equitas 1. Equitas 1's parents disobeyed the conditional permit of not driving or parking on Constance Street. We see parents continually parking, double parking on the red to avoid the long queues on Pico Boulevard to pick up their children on the existing school, elementary school, which is 1 right across the street where they want to build the new one. Situation will only worsen with drop-off and pickup of Equitas 5 and 6, reaching the 1,000 student body capacity. The fact that 70 to 70% of the students walk to school per Equitas data is simply incorrect. Therefore, if you guys decide to reject our appeal, it is extremely vital that you must impose the same conditional use permits on Equitas 5 and 6 that is currently in place at Equitas 1, located at 1700 West Pico Boulevard. That is just right across the street from this location. No Equitas traffic allowed on Constance Street. We have continually expressed this necessity at the meeting sponsored by our city council in the presence of Gerald Dubaton and at all public hearings and the CPC one. Yet this has not happened. Thank you.
Thank you. So we're going to try the next person. Again, don't press star 9 if you're not an appellant or applicant. If you're a member from the public, we'll get to you in a bit. So let's try the next one.
Caller with a phone number ending in 5811, please press star 6.
Hello?
Please state your name.
My name is Nicholas Heller. I am involved with the building at 1600 to 1604 Pico.
Speaker, I don't have you. So, Speaker, listen to me. I don't have you listed as one of the appellants. So,
I am. I'm on there.
What's your name again?
It said on behalf of Imperial Liquor, but I'm speaking as a manager of the building.
What's your name?
I think you said Denise Tesey, but that might have been a misstatement or a mistype because I'm Nicholas Heller. And Denise is my mom, and she's the landlord.
Nicholas.
Okay, all
Heller.
right, yes. All right, please,
Yes.
you're the representative. All right, please go ahead. And again, you have 5 minutes, but please don't be repetitive.
I won't be repetitive. First off is that we are not against schools. I think that charter schools are a great, great benefit to the problems that have been happening in terms of equity in our society right now. Equitas has been pushing the notion that they need this school because there are there are 2 schools that don't have a place to learn, which A, they have been learning somewhere, and B, it really shouldn't be our burden that they have overextended themselves. I don't mean to sound crude, but that is an excuse to put the congestion that they're suggesting. It doesn't make much sense. When you read the responses to the appeal, they really try and downplay the impact that traffic would have. But I ran the LADOT VMT calculator, which calculates how much traffic will be added. And it's very easy to manipulate it by adding fees to people who are parking and stuff. But when you look at the impact that having the added congestion, it's going to be very, very difficult. And in addition to that, the parking lot doesn't seem to be big enough to support the staff that's going to be at the building. And the alley that they're suggesting to use is much too narrow to be practical. In the appeal response, Mr. Rubin said that it is definitely wide enough to support 2-lane traffic, but I've been driving through that alley for 20 years, and it's at a slope. There's a gutter in between, and there's poles that reach in. So it's really tricky to get 2 cars through there. And having 2 schools with a staggered drop-off and pickup rate would just mean that there's 2 hours instead of 1 hour of congestion. Furthermore, driving southbound on Union, it's a 1-lane traffic, and if you're trying to make a left to go into where the Lucy's driveway is and the alley there, you block traffic. So there's going to be a considerable amount of congestion added by putting 2 schools in this one building. Let's see. They try and say that the volunteer traffic monitors are going to assuage the situation, but I know at my school we had the same kind of situation, and the people really didn't do much, and they didn't really help traffic very much. So the claims that this is definitely going to mitigate any problems, I don't really believe. And the numbers that are used, he said that the queue can support 31 cars and that they've never had more than 31 cars queued up, is just unsubstantiable. So I'm not sure. This is just going to put a huge burden on our tenants being able to access our parking lot, on waste management being able to empty our trash bins. We have Clinica Medica, which leaves waste and has pickup and drop-offs that rely on the alley. And Imperial Liquor, our tenant, also relies on the alley because there's a red zone in front and they need the access to the alley to deliver and drop off supplies. I really hear a lot of appealing to the altruism of the city council in terms of making it feel like you're doing the right thing about being pro-education, and we all are. But this is a real burden on our tenants, and we really want everyone to understand that we're not against progress or education or our future of minority children or minoritized children who want careers. We just want our tenants to be able to access their homes, and we want them to just feel like they're not burdened by the addition of this school. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, so let's move on to the next person. Next appellant, I should say.
Caller with the phone number ending in 8893, please press star 6. Caller with the phone number ending in 8893, please press star 6.
Caller, are you there? If so, press *6 right away to unmute yourself.
Hello?
Hi, may I ask your name?
Sabine. I don't think I'm part of that list. I'm part of the public.
Sorry, I'm having... Listen. Could you repeat your name, please?
Sabine Diaz.
I'm sorry, I really can't understand. Please say your name loudly and clearly. We're having trouble hearing you.
Sabine Diaz.
Are you one of the appellants?
No, I'm not. That's why I was saying.
Okay,
I
so
think I'm part of the public.
we'll get to you later when we open up for public comment. But right now, we're just talking to the appellant. So let's move on to the next person. And again, members of the public, please do not press *9 and raise your hand. It's just going to delay things. We'll get to you, but not right now.
Caller with a phone number ending in 5376, please press *6. Please state your name.
Good afternoon. My name is Gloria Farias with Pico Union Housing Corp.
Okay.
I won't repeat myself.
Very good. You have 5
Thank you
minutes.
so much
Please
for-
begin.
Thank you so much for giving us a little bit more time from last week. We always had trouble with the phone. Sometimes we can't get in. One of the other points that our neighborhood has is the lottery process. The lottery process, it's a federal, state, mandatory, and with all these schools that are already in the Pico Union area and bringing 2 more schools with a lottery, it's adding more fire to the fire. We, like we said, are not against the school. It's fantastic. Westlake, MacArthur's Park needs more schools. The surrounding area needs more schools, but apparently you guys are not looking at it with a big eye, and you're just dumping schools on our community. On Union Boulevard, we have charter schools just half a block or a block and a half or 2 blocks from each other. So the lottery system is not working for our community, and we need to address that. And I'm sure that it's having problems in other communities at Wise, that we need to change the lottery system, not only for the schools, but for the affordable housing that we build also should have priority in the communities that they serve, at least a 50% chance. The second issue that we have as a community is the gang situation. I know the attorney says that there's always gangs in the surrounding schools, but Pico Union is very rare. For those who know Pico Union has been organizing ourselves for many, many years, since the CRA came and imposed a lot of things that were good and some were bad. But we work with the CRA. We have a need assessment from the CRA, from the Staples Center, and the mayor sponsored Pico Union to do a need assessment with all the nonprofits. And none of them say we need 10 schools within the map of Pico Union, which is the Freeway, Hoover, Olympic. That's Pico Union. The other thing is we had 4 deaths within blocks from that school and all the other blocks from the school. We need mental health. We need a re-entering program. We need music and art. Those are the needs that we need in our need assessments, not another school. So we're not opposing the school. We're opposing the unfairness of services and the multiplication of charter schools that are just being dumped one at a time and not seeing the big picture. I represent at least 200 that are opposing. I represent more than 1,000 units. 500 are within Pico Union, Westlake, MacArthur's Park. And not even 1% of the children that live in our units, our family units, because we have seniors also, are in our charter schools. There's something that we need to look at, address it as a whole community. And I'm looking for a no vote from all of you to please support us that as a whole community, not just as a charter school. And we'll be listening for hours and hours how good they are. We're not saying that. Wonderful, cheers. But right this moment, that's not our immediate need. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And there's no support from neighborhood council, did not support this also for the same reason. They needed to hear from the community and they heard the community loud and clear. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So let's move on to the next appellant.
Caller with the phone number ending in 2553, please press star 6. Caller with the phone number ending in 2553. Caller with the phone number ending in 2553, please press star 6.
So repeat, we're going for the appellants. If you're one of the appellants and we read out the last 4 digits of the number you're dialing in on, press star 6 immediately. And be listening on the phone, not just a broadcast, because there's a time delay. We don't want you to miss your turn to speak, but we can't wait forever.
Caller with the phone number ending in 2324, please press star 6. Caller with the phone number ending in 2324, please press star 6. Caller with the phone number ending in 2324, please press star 6. Caller with the phone number ending in 0660, please press star 6. Caller with the phone number ending in 0660, please press star 6. Please state your name.
Hi, my name is Gloria Celaya. I live in Pico Junior.
Are you one of the appellants or a member of the public?
Yeah, Z
Yes, you.
I L A G A.
No, I'm asking, are you one of the appellants that filed an appeal, or are you just a member of the public? If you're a member of the public, we'll hear from you, but not right now.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So let's move on to the next number, and we're going to try to get the appellants on here.
Caller with the phone number ending in 3037, please press star 6. Please state your name.
Anel Reyes.
Could you
Hola,
please-
buenos días.
Hi, are you one of the appellants, or are you a member of the public?
Soy un padre.
Perdón, necesitan esperar. Ahorita estamos recibiendo la voz de los oponentes de la escuela.
Está bien. Gracias.
Gracias.
So we're going to see if we can get through the appellants here. Again, we will hear from the public in a bit, but we need to hear from the appellants and then the applicant first.
We're going to just give our translator the ability to translate that in Spanish. That would be helpful. We have a translator in the building.
A los miembros del público, si pueden esperar, que luego vamos a tomar sus llamados. Por ahora estamos escuchando a los apelantes y a los solicitantes. Todos los del público que no son apelantes, esperen que los van a dejar hablar un poquito más tarde. Gracias.
Gracias.
Call-in user 5, please press star 6. Call-in user 5, please press star 6. If you've called in with a private number, please press star 6. Please state your name. Please
Hello?
state, yes, please state your
Hello?
name.
Hello?
Yes, can you let us know your name?
Okay, hi, my name is Denise Heesey, Heesy,
So I think,
and my family owns the building at 1604 West Pico,
so,
directly next to the proposed school.
so are you, so hang on,
We've owned
hang
the
on.
building since
Hang on a minute.
1938, so I'm very aware of the neighborhood and
Speaker,
how all the
please
streets
listen
around
to
there
me for a
operate.
moment. So
I
are you,
agree with everything that the
Speaker,
first three
would you please
callers
listen to me for a
said,
second?
so I'm not going to be.
So just to make this clear, I'm only trying to hear from the appellants and the applicant. You didn't tell me whether you were a member of the public or an appellant or not. So let's try this again. If you're an appellant, those are the only people I want to hear right now. You are the official representative of the appellant, or you're the person who actually filed the appeal. Let's try again. Okay, so that person muted herself. We're assuming that, I don't think she was an appellant? Okay. So that person that we think is a member of the public, she'll get to speak later when we go to the public. So let's try the next one.
Caller with the phone number ending in 8015, please press star 6. Caller with the phone number ending in 8015, please press star 6.
Okay, let's move to the next person. Again, please don't be listening to the broadcast. Keep an ear on a phone. If you are an appellant or the official representative of an appellant, we want you to press star 6 as soon as we read out your information.
Caller with a phone number ending in 4628, please press star 6. Caller with a phone number ending in 4628, please press star 6. Please state your name.
Hello, my name is Mayra Perez.
So are you one of the appellants or an official representative or a member of the public?
No, I'm a member of public.
Okay, we'll get to you, but not right now.
Caller with a phone number ending in 3545, please press star 6. Please state your name.
My name is Craig Taubman, and I'm a public, so I apologize. I'll speak later.
Okay. We're going to, okay, so let me explain one reason why we're having trouble. We're having trouble because we got the phone numbers of the appellants, but a number of them, actually all but one, have dialed in on a different number. It makes a very difference. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to lower everybody's hand. And if the translator would explain, I only want you to raise your hand by pressing star 9 if you are an appellant who actually filed an appeal or the official representative of that appellant. And if you've already spoken, you don't need to raise your hand either. So the names of the appellants, as I understand them, are, and excuse me if I confuse some of the names, Nerio Larios, I think it's Velasquez again, the last few letters have been cut off, Yolanda Gutierrez, Michael Rivera, and I believe we've heard from everybody else. So if you are one of those three people or the official representative of that person, please press star 9 to raise your hand. If you are not and you are a member of the public, don't raise your hand right now. We will get to you, but not right now. So we're going to try this again and see if we have any hands raised.
Call-in user 5, please press star 6. Please state your name.
Denise Heesy, Heesy.
I'm an appellant.
Did you speak already?
I tried to, and then I got cut off because you didn't, I don't know what happened.
Oh, okay, go
She
ahead.
has not spoken.
All
We
right,
need to hear from her.
All right, well, you have 5 minutes. Please begin. We just ask that you not be repetitive.
I'm going to try. I agree with the first three callers with everything that they said. So instead of being redundant on those issues, everything they said is exactly how I feel. My family has owned the building on the corner of Pico and Union since 1938. So I'm very aware of what goes on in that neighborhood and how the operation is of our building. We use that alley constantly. It's the way we enter. It's the way we exit. It's the way we have a medical clinic in there that services the entire neighborhood, and it's always very, very busy. And we have a liquor store in there that also has a lot of sundries and personal objects that the neighborhood uses. And it's very, very busy. Both of them use the alley for their main deliveries. The clinic also uses the alley to pick up their hazmat materials and the stuff that, you know, the medical waste that's hazardous. Many of the residents in the building, we have 12 apartments, they come in and out of that area in the morning, exactly when that parking lot is going to be full. And it's a public alley. It's not a private alley. So how Equitas thinks that they have the right to use a public alley for their personal use makes no sense to me. And there is no way two cars can go through that alley. It's not possible. Equitas says that they have been very, very forthright in going out into the neighborhood and making sure everybody was in favor of everything. That's absolutely not true. Until very recently, when all of this new stuff is happening, we've never heard from Equitas. And how this thing evolved from an administrative building to now suddenly being a big, big school, I just think it's not right the way they've operated. And then in order to get through what they want, they got a bulldozer of an attorney to come in and try to steamroll us. I'm very much in favor of education. I'm a school teacher myself, but I think the way that this thing is going to affect the neighborhood is terrible. The entire perimeter from Constance to Pico, there's no lane on Pico for parking, to making a right on Union, 4 right turns. There's no way that any of that is going to be easy to do. And there's a big bus stop right on Union Drive, right before the only 2 parking spaces on the street. That whole line is going to be blocked up. Again, my main point is that it's the alley, and I don't think a private enterprise has the right to use a public alley for personal use. So thank you very much.
Thank you. So let's try for the remaining of the appellants only, not the public.
Caller with a phone number ending in 9912, please press *6. Please state your name.
Hi, it's Michael Rivera.
Very good. So we're going to put 5 minutes on the clock for you because you're one of the appellants. We ask merely that you not be repetitive. So please begin.
Okay, I had to work today, so I didn't hear a lot of the previous appellants, only the prior one, so I'll try not to. Anyway, I'm appealing the approval of Equus 5 and 6 because I don't think the commission considered any of the legitimate problems or concerns of the residents, like the traffic plan, future traffic congestion, parking problems the schools will bring. I'm a homeowner who lives on Westlake Avenue. That's about 4 or 5 blocks from Equitas 1. And by city standards, I'm not really considered to be within the impacted zone. But, you know, honestly, this is ridiculous because I am. The queues for the line often flow past Westlake, you know, in the westbound direction. And these 2 new schools are going to bring greater impact. while driving Pico Boulevard during their operating times, it's horrendous. Heading east on Pico at Bonnie Bray, the street narrows. When those queuing up in line park in that red zone at the southeast corner of Pico and Bonnie Bray, they block the number 2 lane. Now Pico becomes 1 lane. And I can't tell you what it does to traffic other than makes it really, really bad. What's it going to be like when 2 more schools and more than 3 times the number of current students are there? And people picking them up, obviously. I listened to the audio of the meeting on November 11th last year, and it seemed to me like the commission disregarded the traffic, parking, and alley issues presented by the residents and the business owners, and that encouraged me to appeal this case. There were 12 opposing speakers from the most impacted area. In total, if you count the one person who represented 104 impacted residents in a petition, that makes for 116 opposing residents. I think that speaks for itself. The 22 individuals approving the project were parents of students or students, a staff director, school volunteers, and 1 BLQ member, and 1 business owner who lives in CD1. But I would venture to guess they do not live within the zone or anywhere near the site of these 3 schools. Anyway, in the end, the main reason for approval seemed to be that the school provides a great education. And of course, everyone agrees with education, but that's not the point. Like comparing apples and oranges. The problem with the project is the location and the overwhelming effect on the community residents. I think that was definitely overlooked. 2 opposing residents hit the nail on the head by commenting that the commission did not focus on problems and issues presented by the residents from the impacted area. They only focused on approving the project based on the value of an education and the reputation of Equitas. Furthermore, the director said that they currently have 2,000 students enrolled in their 6 schools, or roughly 333 students per school. So why do they want to place 1,000 students in one location? Not to mention the already over 400 located right across the street. That'll make close to 1,500 students. I don't know of any other school with 3 school campuses so close together. This will greatly complicate the matters with the traffic. Anyway, I ask that you review the case in its entirety and listen to the residents who live and know their area. During the deliberations, the commissioner said that traffic, parking, and queue lines were always the main complaint by the residents. However, I do not believe any one of you or the city planning commissioners live or would like to live on a street or an area that is overrun with cars from school drop-offs and pickups in the mornings and afternoons, let alone deal with the Equitas parents parking all over your neighboring streets, even though they're not supposed to be doing this. Yet unbelievably, the commission voted this without any regards to the comments and problems made by the impacted community. Thank you for listening. I hope you'll not approve this location for these 2 schools. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, so I have 2 other possible appellants listed, so let's see if we can get the remaining 2 if they're on the line.
Caller with the phone number ending in 7006, please press *6. Please state your name.
No, Mr. Spindler, goodbye.
Oh, yes. Can I speak?
Goodbye, Mr. Spindler. So, one last time. If you are an appellant, not a member of the public, you actually filed an appeal, or the appellant's official representative, press *9 to raise your hand. We'll get to the public later, but I don't want regular members of the public to press *9 now. If you're an appellant or the appellant's official representative, press *9. And we're going to see if we have anybody else, and any other appellants who wish to speak. And we do not. So we are going to end the appellants, and we're going to move on to the applicants. If you are the applicant or the applicant's official representative, please press *9 to raise your hand. Again, not the regular public, just the applicant or the applicant's official representative. Press *9 now to raise your hand.
Caller with the phone number ending in 2203, please press *6. Please state your name.
Good afternoon, Madam President and council members. I'm Jack Rubens with the Shepherd Mullen Law Firm on behalf of the applicant, Equitas Academy Charter Schools. However, Malcolm Barago, the founder and CEO of Equitas, will speak first, followed briefly by me. So if you could please open Malcolm's line.
So we'll start the clock for Mr. Borrego. I realize that there were a lot of, it's going to be set at 5 minutes. I realize that there are a lot of appellants, so if you need more time to equalize it, we will. But let's start with Mr. Borrego at 5 minutes. Again, we'll extend it to equalize time if necessary. No. So let's try to get Mr. Borrego on the phone.
It's Ms. Borrego.
We're going to mute you, Mr. Rubens, and then we're going to try to get Mr. Borrego on the phone, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. My apologies if I'm not. Okay, we're not sure if he's dialing in on the number he told us, so we're going to unlock the next person and see if that's Mr. Borrego.
Caller with the phone number ending in 7624, please press star 6. Please state your name.
Hello, this is Malka Borrego.
And sorry, I said Mr. Borrego. My apologies. So you have 5 minutes. Again, if you need more time, we'll give you more to equalize it with the appellants, but we'll start with 5 minutes. We ask that you please not be repetitive. So please begin when you're ready.
Good afternoon. My name is Malka Borrego. I'm the founder and CEO of Equitas Academy. And I would just like to take a moment to thank the Los Angeles City Council for having us here today, and also to extend a large thank you to Councilman Cedillo and CD1 staff for their partnership over the years. I've had the privilege of being born and raised in Pico Union and spending my life giving back to the community. And I think it's important to note that in Pico Union, the college graduation rate is 6%, a single digit number. And that single digit is a complete and utter failure to provide equitable access. Equitas was founded in 2009 to realize college access and life opportunities for our community, a community that I love. And we know that when you build with a deep passion, that results can be tremendous. Equitas was named one of the top 10 schools in Los Angeles, closing the achievement gap for low-income students. During the pandemic, we have served over 250,000 free meals to our community. We've invested almost $100 million in infrastructure investments in Pico Union. And I'm really excited to announce our founding cohort that are now high school seniors have received 136 college acceptance letters. And this is a direct transformation of our community and will deeply change the college acceptances to Georgetown, UC Santa Cruz, Tulane. Robert is choosing between UC San Diego, Syracuse, and UC Irvine, to name a few. Our scholars are our future, and our city will continue to be enriched by these first-generation Latino students. So throughout this project for a new school building to call home, we were very intentional. We searched for a location. We did not want to displace any small businesses or renters. We have a knowledgeable and committed team. We welcome and fostered open communication and community transparency throughout our process. So today, I'm asking you, the honorable leaders of this great city, for help. We need a building that creates a safe, functional, and nurturing environment worthy of every child in Los Angeles. And we all get to be part of building this future of access for them, because we can all agree that every child deserves to go to a school in a place that enhances their potential for success. So I'm asking for your vote in support of this project to help future college graduates who claim Equitas as their first home to continue to have access to a beautiful new facility. You're going to hear from our land use attorney, Jack Rubens, who introduced me, but also available are our school principals, architects, and traffic experts who can answer any of your questions. I thank you for your time today. And I'll pass it on to Jack Rubens.
Thank you very much. So we will unmute Jack Rubens, who I believe is still on the line. We'll mute you, Ms. Borrego, as we then unmute Mr. Rubens.
Ms. Rubens, please press star 6.
Thank you. Jack Rubens for Equitas Academy. First, we should note that the city has received a petition signed by 370 local residents who live in close proximity to the school site. Second, contrary to a statement you heard, the neighborhood council did not take a position on this project. I also want to note for the record that we have submitted a February 3, 2021 letter to the City Council that sets forth the numerous reasons why the concerns raised in the appeals regarding the drop-off and pickup of students are unfounded. The city's Department of Transportation carefully reviewed the traffic circulation system and approved it. Planning staff carefully considered the traffic circulation system and recommended approval of the project. And the City Planning Commission, contrary to statements you heard, did carefully consider the traffic circulation system and approved the project. And several of the members actually discussed the fact that they believed that the traffic circulation system would be adequate for this project, which it is. At the urging of Council Member Cedillo and in consultation with his staff, Equitas volunteered numerous traffic conditions relating to the pickup and drop-off of students and in response to other concerns, all of which the City Planning Commission imposed on the project. Those conditions ensure that student drop-off and pickup will in fact not impose an undue burden on the surrounding neighborhood. And I also want to point out that approximately 75% of the students who will attend Equitas 5 and 6 actually will walk to school. So only a small portion of the students will be driven to school, which is part of the reason why the traffic circulation system here is in fact adequate. So with that, on behalf of Equitas, we respectfully request that the City Council deny the appeals and grant final approval for this very meritorious project. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rubens. Do you happen to know whether Maggie Ford, who I also have listed as an applicant, will be speaking?
I believe Maggie is just going to speak during public comment.
Okay, all right. Keep in mind, as during public comment, she's only going to get a minute. So if she wants to speak for an extended period of time, she should, if she hasn't dialed in, she should do so right now and then press *9.
All right, Maggie, if you would like to speak now, go ahead and press *9. Oh, she's not speaking, so we're good.
Okay, so is there, I realize you've had less time, is there anything else, Mr. Rubens, that you or Ms. Baraga would like to say?
I think we've said what we need to. If the council has any questions after public comment, we'd be happy to respond.
Okay, thank you. So what we're going to do now is we're going to lower everybody's hand, and I would ask the translator to explain that if you're a member of the public and you want to speak on this item, now is the time to press *9, that is *9, and we're going to start taking public comment. As a member of the public, you only get a minute because you're not an applicant or appellant or one of their official representatives, but you get a minute. So again, if you're a member of the public and you want to speak on this item, please press *9 now to raise your hand, and we're going to start going through public comment. Okay, so I think we're ready, so let's start taking the public comment.
Los miembros del público, por favor, presionen estrella 9. Si quieren hablar ahora, van a tener 1 minuto para hablar como comentario público. Solamente si son miembros del público, no si son apelantes o solicitantes. Gracias.
Thank you very much. Okay, so again, *9, and we will start taking public comment. So let's.
Caller with the phone number ending in 9686, please press *6. Please state your name. You have 1 minute.
Okay, yes, hello. My name is Agustin Buenrostro. I live in Pico Union. I support the Equitas Academy 5 and Equitas Academy 6 project. I respectfully ask that you vote to approve this project because Equitas is a great addition to our community. I lived in the LAUSD school system, basically was since I was born. And one thing that I've seen the difference is class size. That's a big impact on our education. I saw a lot of people stay behind or not stay behind with grades, but more like education-wise. So I think it's a great opportunity that we should take. And just for 2 minutes of traffic, additional traffic is not a big burden. And in my case, because I lived in LA my whole life, and it's something we just have to deal with. That's pretty much all I have.
Thank you, Speaker. So we'll move on to the next member of the public.
Caller with a phone number ending in 3545, please press *6. Please
Good
state your
afternoon,
name.
everyone. My name is Craig Taubman. I'm the founder of the Pico Union Project, a nonprofit that is located on the corner of 12th and Valencia. We are proud members of the Pico Union neighborhood and currently distribute fresh produce to 1,000 families in partnership with Equitas. We see Equitas as a gift to the community, and we're honored to be with them. As a matter of background, I grew up 5 houses from a junior high school. My parents and other families, by design, moved into the neighborhood because of its close proximity to a school. They did so because it's common knowledge that schools and education are the gateway to futures that are safer and healthier. Schools bring resources, counseling, and opportunity. In speaking with Captain Alfonso Lopez of Rampart Division, crimes don't typically take place near schools, and as a matter of record, crime is actually down 5% in that neighborhood. Change happens when people move words to action. You can't just say you're for education. You must actively work towards positive change.
Thank you, Speaker.
And recognize that change is.
Caller with the phone number ending in 2553, please press *6. Please state your name.
Hello, my name is Alejandra Alvarez, and I live in the Pico Union, and I support Equitas Academy 5 and Equitas Academy 6 projects. I respectfully ask that you vote to approve this project because this school is going to benefit our children in our own community. They don't need to be bused miles and miles away to the valley, to anywhere else, but they're going to stay in their community in a beautiful campus Equitas has planned for them. Traffic in LA is horrible everywhere, so I know Equitas has made a plan for this. I was an LAUSD kid, and the quality of education Equitas 6 has been providing for my child makes me ask you to please approve this project. Thank you.
Thank you, Speaker.
Caller with the phone number ending in 2187, please press *6. Please state your name.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Karen Escobar. I am a parent and an aunt of 2 children in Equitas 5. I just want to mention, and I am pro the project. I support this project. I know that even the appellants have stated how the education has been good on this school. Now, when it comes to the traffic, I drop off my kids in a car, but to evade and to try to avoid the traffic, us as parents have to put the best of us to be there on time and to drop off our kids, have them ready, drop them off, and it takes less than a minute to do so. And this is because I've done so. And I've also seen that the school is very communicative. They are also paying attention to the parents who do not follow the rules. They ask everybody to follow the rules, and as soon as to have their kids ready.
Caller with the phone number ending in 8472, please press *6.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Beatriz Chapa y también vivo en la comunidad de Pico Union. Apoyo el proyecto de Quita 5 y Quita 6 y respetuosamente les pido que aprueben este proyecto.
Un momentito,
Sí.
deme la oportunidad de que la traduzcan en inglés. Un momentito, nomás necesito que hable un poquito más despacio para darle a la intérprete tiempo para traducirle, ¿ok?
So my name is
Muy bien.
Miss Choto, and I live in Pico Union, and I support this project of Equities Academy 5 and 6. So I ask the support for this project.
Ok, continúe, por favor.
Continúe.
Sí, lo apoyo, que lo aprueben este proyecto.
If they can approve this project.
Continúe.
Sí. Equitas Academy se ha comprometido con nosotros padres a estar siempre en comunicación.
So Equitas have committed with the parents to be always in good communication. Continúe.
Sí, para que el tráfico fluya con rapidez y
So the traffic can flow like easy.
Y eso dura menos de 3 minutos caminando y también en el carro.
So that takes only like less than 3 minutes walking or by car.
Y con todo respeto les digo que acepten este proyecto porque es beneficioso para la comunidad.
So with all respect, I ask you to support this project because it's beneficial for the community.
Muchos padres viajamos más de 5 o 6 calles caminando y esta nos queda más cerca.
Gracias.
Okay, so many parents walk like more than 6 blocks, and so this is like a lot closer for us.
Thank you. Next speaker.
Caller with a phone number ending in 2047, please press star 6. Please state your name. Please state your name.
Hi, can you hear me? My name is Naveed Abbasi. I live in the Pico Union and I support Equitas 5 and 6. We have been picking our kids up and it's never taken more than like 5 minutes. We can tell and assure the residents there by experience that it has never taken longer than that. I thank you for your time.
Thank you, speaker. So we'll take the next speaker.
Caller with a phone number ending in 5233, please press star 6.
Aloha, my name is Kavika Chun. I am the principal of Equitas Academy number 5. Equitas Academy 5 is a public school in Pico Union, and I'm committed to being an excellent community partner and maintaining open dialogue and communication with the neighborhood. It's an extreme honor to me to serve the Pico Union community, to bring jobs and opportunities not just for our kids, but for community members who are looking for job opportunities. I'm a passionate believer in education and absolutely passionate about realizing the Equitas mission to bring high quality education for our kids, for our community and our future. And I vow to work in partnership with our community to make sure that this is a beautiful enhancement to our community. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And next speaker.
Caller with the phone number ending in 0482, please press star 6. Caller with the phone number ending in 0482, please state your name.
Mi nombre es Amparo Luna y solo quisiera
vivo en Pico en Union y solo quisiera decirles que tengo muchos años en las escuelas, mi hija mayor va en la universidad y yo estoy
Un momentito,
súper
señora.
agradecida con Equitas.
Señora, deme un momentito, hable un poquito más despacio para que la traductora la pueda traducir en inglés.
My name is Amparo Luna, and I live in Pico Union, so I also ask for the support. Continúe, señor Amparo.
Sí, tengo mucho tiempo en las escuelas.
I've been for a long time in the school.
Y no había encontrado una escuela como Equitas. Estoy súper agradecida con ellos.
And I've never found a school like Equitas, and I'm very grateful to them.
Si en mi mano estuviera, todos los niños irían a estas escuelas. Por favor, digan sí a Equitas 5 y 6.
If it was in my hands, I would root for all kids to go to this school, so please say yes to this project.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you very
Gracias. Next speaker. We're going to go ahead and take 2 additional speakers on this item, so let's go ahead and take the next speaker.
Caller with the phone number ending in 0234, please press star 6. Please state your name. Caller, please state your name. Caller with the phone number ending in 0234, please state your name. Caller with the phone number ending in 0234, please press star 6. You muted yourself. Please state your name. Caller with the last 4 digits 0234, please state your name. You are unmuted.
Nazario Medrano, can you hear me?
Yes, you have 1 minute.
I'm here for support Equitas 5, and I think the most important is creative schools and no liquors. I saw a lot around, new ones, and I don't think it's good for our kids. And I think it's another important thing is relocate the homeless because it is the most important for make traffic on the school. I never have problem for traffic and drop my kids to the school, but I think it's the most important to that's 2 points on relocate the homeless and no more liquors and I think it's our community is going to be development more success for our kids. Thank you so much.
Okay, next speaker.
Caller with the phone number ending in 2324, please press star 6. Please state your name.
Ya. Buenas tardes, respetables señores.
Buenas
Mi nombre es
Nomás le pido que por favor habla un poquito despacio para que la traductora le pueda traducir en inglés, por favor.
Bueno.
Gracias.
Good afternoon, respectable people. Continúe.
Por favor, continúe.
¿Sí?
Sí, por favor, continúe.
Mi nombre es Carmen Santos y estoy con Equitas Academy desde que se fundó.
My name is Carmen Santos, and I've been with Equitas Academy since it was founded.
Vivo en Pico Union. Apoyo este proyecto porque soy una madre voluntaria.
I live in Pico Union, and I support this project because I volunteer, a mother volunteer.
Durante la entrega de la mañana.
In the morning drop-off.
Sé que los padres suelen seguir las reglas para dejar y recoger a los niños.
I know that parents follow the rules to drop the kids and to pick them up.
También sé el sistema de cumplimiento de Equitas Academy. Es eficaz y se toma en serio.
And I know that the system that they have is very efficient and they're very serious.
si los padres ocasionalmente no siguen las reglas.
Oh, they are very serious in case if the parents do not follow the rules, they take it very seriously.
He visto de primera mano que la asistencia de tráfico de Equitas, así como su sistema de advertencias,
I've seen like at first hand that the system that they have for traffic and also their warning system
y cumplimiento es muy eficaz.
and its fulfillment is very efficient.
Por eso, señores, les pido nos apoyen. Gracias.
That's why I ask you that please support us and thank you.
Next speaker.
Caller with the phone number ending in 8774, please press *6. Please state your name.
My name is Ines Yoke, and I'm the principal at Equitas Academy 6. As a principal, I am committed to being an excellent community partner and maintaining open dialogue and communication with the neighborhood. I'm familiar with the Pico Union community. I'm a first-generation immigrant. I grew up in Koreatown as an English learner. My parents did not have a choice other than the designated homeschool in the neighborhood when I was growing up. This lack of parental choice not only disempowered my parents to make the best choice for their child, but also sent an implicit signal that parents, particularly in underrepresented and immigrant neighborhoods, like in Pico Union, do not deserve the right to make a choice for their children's education. At Equitas, we're relentless in ensuring that our scholars receive high-quality education. As one of the appellants mentioned, we understand the need for mental health support. We don't just provide a strong academic program, we design a holistic learning experience, including a robust social-emotional learning curriculum, mental health support for our students from this neighborhood.
Thank you. Next speaker.
Caller with the phone number ending in 4628, please press *6.
Hello, my name is Myra Perez. I live in Pico Junior. I asked the council to vote to approve the project Equitas 5 and Equitas 6. I believe that our communities need more quality schools like Equitas. Thank you for letting me speak.
Thank you, Speaker.
Next speaker.
Caller with the phone number ending in 7006, please press *6.
Yes. So again, we all appreciate the great project. And the Ed Reyes Academy, named after the great councilman, will be open. And the little kids will learn about history, government, and physics. So let's all come together in the corruption and the lying. And Gil Cedillo is his finest moment ever in politics, even more than the driver's license bill.
Thank you, Speaker.
He will speak.
Next speaker.
Caller with the phone number ending in 7316, please press *6. Caller with the phone number ending in 7316, please press *6. Please state your name. Caller with the phone number. Yes, please state your name.
Hi, my name is Maria Padilla, and I live in the Pico Union area. I live 2 blocks away from the school, and although I heard the appellant's concern with traffic, the truth is traffic and parking is always a pain in Los Angeles. As you know, my neighbor owns 2 to 3 cars, and at least one of my neighbors owns 8 cars. The truth is the benefits outweigh the cost of traffic. I have 2 of my kids in one of the EQ schools, and I just got to say that it cleans up the streets, it helps the community, the parents feel safe leaving their kids there, they don't have to commute them anywhere else to have a higher education, which is something that's really hard to come, especially in the Pico Union area. I lived my whole life here. I went to public schools, just down the street to 10th Street Elementary School, and I just got to say that I am happy having my kids at that school, which is EQ3, And I know that EQ5 and EQ6 will be a great addition for our community overall. I think, once again, the benefits outweigh the cost of traffic. Overall, traffic is a pain, and that's all I have to say. Thank you for listening.
Next speaker.
Caller with the phone number ending in 8380, please press star 6. Please state your name.
Hi, my name is Mina Yo. I am a resident and a homeowner in Pico Union District, and I'm also part of the architectural design team working on Equitas project. Our firm, Berdina Architects, we believe that every space counts. While the building is an uninspiring box as it stands right now, the design team is working to add life to the building, add as much daylight to the learning environments inside, and create a space that is bright, colorful, and exciting for young students that Equitas is serving. This is going to be a school that provides safe space where students can learn and grow. Thank you.
Okay, this will be the last speaker, members. Go ahead.
Caller with the phone number ending in 1360, please press star 6. Please state your name.
Hello, my name is Sandra Molina.
Please go ahead. You have 1 minute.
I live in the Pico Union area and I support the Equitas Academy 5 and Equitas Academy 6 project. I am respectfully asking you that you approve this project because it gives me a sense of safety. The school staff takes into heart the No Child Left Behind Act. They have been staying connected with my daughter throughout this pandemic, helping her achieve higher academics than I have expected. This school feels like a family, and I believe that this school would help them to be better prepared for college. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to go ahead and close public comment on this item, Mr. City Attorney, on item number 20. We're going to go ahead and turn it over to Mr. Cedillo.
Yes, very
to
good.
prepare his motion. Sir? Mr. Cedillo?
Yes. So the motion is to the motion must have been written by an attorney. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can, sir. Go ahead.
So clearly an attorney must have written this motion. The point here today is to deny the appeals, the 8 appeals that have been articulated. Do you want me to read the entirety of this, or can we just get into the substance and essence of the question?
I would read it in its entirety, Mr. Cedillo. Sorry, yes. Sorry.
Okay.
And please, we're having a hard time hearing you in council chambers, so
Yes.
you can just move up a little or speak a little louder, but I need you to read it in its entirety. Go ahead.
My son says I'm a soft-spoken man. I think we were maxed out here. Are you ready?
We're ready,
Okay. As I said, this must have been written by an attorney. I move that the matter of continued consideration of and actions related to a categorical exemption and communication from the City Planning Commission relative to 8 appeals filed from the determination of the Planning Commission's approval of the conversion of an existing commercial building for the operation of 2 charter elementary schools, Equitas 5 and 6 elementary schools, grades K through 4, totaling 53,262 square feet with a combined maximum enrollment of 1,000 students for the property located at 1608-1636 West Pico Boulevard and 1321-1331 South Union Avenue. Item 20 on today's council agenda, Council File 21-0015, be amended to adopt the following recommendations. 1, deny the 8 filed by Andrew and Yasmin Corona, Constance Street residents. 2, Aurora Corona. 3, Denise Hesse Corporation. 4, Gloria Farias, Pico Union Housing Corporation. Representative Ida R. Cordero Sachs, Esquire, the law offices of Ida R. Cordero Sachs. 5, Michael Rivera. 6, Nicholas Heller, Hesse Corporation, on behalf of Imperial Liquor. 7, Yolanda Gutierrez, La 27 Restaurant. And 8, Neri O. Larios Vasquez, and thereby sustain the determination of the City Planning Commission to approve the conversion of an existing commercial building for the operation of the 2 charter elementary schools and the associated land use entitlements, zone variance, 3 conditional use permits, and site plan review. That's number 1. Number 2 is find that based on the whole of the administrative record, the project is exempt from CEQA pursuant to state CEQA guidelines, sections 15301, class 1, and 15332, class 32, and that there is no substantial evidence demonstrating that an exemption to a categorical exemption pursuant to CEQA guidelines, section 15300.2, applies, and adopt the project's environmental clearance, a categorical exemption from CEQA. ENV-2020-4096-CE. Number 3, adopt the modified conditions and findings of approval attached to the January 5th, 2021 City Planning Commission report. Number 4, modify condition of approval number 14A, loading and unloading, in lieu of the language contained in the January 5th, 2021 City Planning Commission report as follows. City drop-off pickup activities shall be located as indicated on the plans in the traffic circulation plan, sheet 6 in Exhibit A. The drop-off/pickup plan may be modified to the satisfaction of the Los Angeles Department of Transportation, LADOT. Specifically, the appellant shall continue to explore with LADOT and the council office whether it is possible to, 1, require one-way traffic from east to west in the public alley adjacent to the subject building, and or 2, construct a new driveway on South Union Avenue to provide access to the parking lot located at 1321-1331 South Union Avenue, and restricted access to the public alley in connection with student drop-off pickup. Modifications required by the LADOT shall be submitted to the Department of City Planning for the record. Parents/guardians will be directed to drop off and pick up students in compliance with the circulation system shown in the plans in Exhibit A, as the same may be modified and not on surrounding neighborhood streets, including Constance Street. I offer that this day, March 24th, 2024. I look for a second.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. O'Farrell.
Water, please.
Okay, let's prepare to vote on this item. Please call the roll, Madam Clerk. Mr. Cedillo, can you please submit your motion? Get it to the city clerk as soon as possible, sir. Thank you. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Blumenfield.
Blumenfield, aye.
Bonin.
Bonin, aye.
Buscaino.
Aye.
Cedillo.
Cedillo, aye.
De Leon.
Aye.
Harris Dawson.
Yes.
Koretz. No? Okay. Krikorian.
Aye.
Lee.
Aye.
Martinez.
Aye.
O'Farrell.
Aye.
Price.
Aye.
Rahman.
Yes.
Ridley Thomas.
Aye.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
14 ayes. This matter is adopted forthwith.
Okay, members, we're going to go ahead and move into our closed session items. We've got items 22 and 23 that are scheduled for closed session this afternoon. So members, give me about 2 minutes to prepare the room. ITA, can you please prepare our meeting for a closed session? We'll be back in about 2 or 3 minutes. Thank you.
Page. Under popular service request, right on top of the list is bulky items. Touch the tab and a new window opens up. If the item does not belong to you, touch the No button and fill out the required information. Hold and drag to move the pin or enter the street address or intersection below. To move forward, our new MyLA 311 system will now inform you of other open service requests at the same location to avoid taking duplicate requests. Next, touch Details. You'll notice there's quite a selection of bulky items to choose from. Once the item and quantity are selected, you can help us by providing even further details by touching the Select location of the item. You can even add more than one item to this service request. Once all the items are added, touch Done. If you haven't registered for an account, we'll talk more about that in just a bit. You can enter your contact info or choose to submit anonymously. Next, you can add a photo by taking one using the app or by using an existing picture on your phone. It's especially helpful to city departments if you include hard to find locations such as next to this address in the vacant lot under the palm tree. You'll notice a targeted service date has just been added. This is the date you will need to have your bulky items out on the curb by 5 a.m., if not out already. Then, all you need to do is hit Submit and confirm your service request, and you're done. A service request number will pop up. From here, you can create another request for this or another location, return to the home page, or exit the app. But before you go, you'll see we provided the information of the appropriate agency handling your specific request. This will help you follow up if necessary. Let's go back to the home page to check out some more details. Now, in order to view your service request, you first have to log on or register for an account. If you have an LADWP online account, you can use that login information. If not, you can still create your own MyLA 311 account. The process is very similar to most online accounts. You can also find city facilities near your current location by selecting the City Info icon. You can either enter an address or touch the funnel icon to narrow or expand your search. Simply select the areas or services you are looking for and then touch the icons that pop up on the map. You can look up information about city services from our City Services directory. Other options include city bill pay and even viewing city social media feeds using City Hall News. Now, if you prefer to use the service from your computer, simply go to lacity.org and click the 311 icon and then select your choice from the menu. MyLA 311. It puts the power of City Hall in your hands.
Discover what milestones await your baby and what they need. Go to first5california.com. Descubre qué indicadores le esperan a tu bebé. Visita first5california.com/español.
Not it. Not it. Again? Hey, Dad. Dad.
There are other ways of saving money and energy around your house. Did you know that LADWP is now offering cash rebates for you to retrofit your home to be more energy and water efficient? It's good for California, and it's good for Dad. Let's make California a better place to live, starting with our homes. To get your rebates, go to www.ladwp.com/save.
Not it. Not it.
You're arriving at Los Angeles International Airport in beautiful Southern California. One of the first things you will see as you are landing is the ever-iconic LAX theme building. The LAX theme building is a modern icon and recognized worldwide as the space-age landmark of one of the world's youngest and most influential cities. Designed by architectural firm Piera and Luckman, the building was completed in 1961 and features an observation deck and the Bob Hope USO. The spider-like appearance of the building is a playful and futuristic design illusion, created by topping 4 steel reinforced concrete legs with stucco. The building received cultural historic status from the city of Los Angeles for its distinguishing characteristics, which are valuable to the study of that period's style and method of construction. It is also an example of mid-century modern Googie architecture. The LAX theme building serves as the symbolic gateway to Los Angeles, and the futuristic design is intended to convey new prosperity and the embrace of technological innovation. It has been and continues to be a constant reminder of Los Angeles' drive to be the city of tomorrow.
We've been through a lot, Los Angeles, and we're getting through it together. COVID-19 has presented many unprecedented challenges, and Angelinos continue to rise to the occasion. With safer at-home restrictions being adjusted and relaxed, we must be safe while we begin to enjoy some of the things this beautiful city has to offer. Keep in mind that you are still safer at home, especially if you are over 65 and have a chronic condition. Remember to always practice good health habits, such as wearing a mask that covers both your nose and your mouth, and distance when possible. Also, wash your hands frequently with soap and water. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your mouth with a tissue when coughing and sneezing. Take advantage of the City of LA's testing sites to ensure you are doing your part to stop the spread of COVID-19. And when you can, get the vaccine. As we make progress towards defeating this virus, continue to prepare and review household plans so you are able to take quick action if you or a loved one gets sick. For more information, visit corona/virus.la.
Parenting during a pandemic? Get activities, resources, tips, and support. Go to first5california.com. ¿Estás criando un niño durante la pandemia? Obtén actividades, recursos, consejos y apoyos. Visita first5california.com/español.
One of the single most effective safety improvements for reducing crashes between turning vehicles and people walking is installing protected left turn signals. As drivers wait to turn left, they focus most of their attention on yielding to oncoming cars and the traffic light itself. Research shows that looking for people walking is just an afterthought. A protected left turn is a dedicated lane and signal, usually a green arrow, that stops oncoming traffic and gives drivers making a left turn the complete right of way. Later in the cycle, people walking have an opportunity to cross with a walk signal, while drivers turning left see a red arrow. These signals reduce left turn crashes by 99%, moving LA forward.
Hello everyone, I'm Nuri Martinez, the President of the Los Angeles City Council, and I am proud to be the first Latina to serve in this role. As a Hope alumni, class of 2000, I'm thrilled to officially declare Latina History Day on March 5th in the city of Los Angeles. 2020 was incredibly hard on everyone, but especially for women. The theme of this year's celebration is Resilience of Hope, a theme so fitting for this time. This past year, we saw a global pandemic shatter our local communities. As a woman, a mother, and as an elected official, I can assure you that what has gotten me through the pandemic has been my focus. That no matter how difficult these times may be, every day you have to hold your head up high and continue to do the work. Resilience can be found in each and every home during this challenging time. Throughout this pandemic, women have served as caregivers and at home as teachers. We are the ones who have sacrificed work hours, promotions, or our jobs entirely. Women have carried us through this pandemic. While we look towards the end of this crisis, our work must continue. We will all have to stand together, stronger than ever, to bring women back into the workforce. More than ever, we need organizations like Hope that look to empower Latinas and women of color to climb the ladder of success. Women have lost almost 5.5 million jobs since the pandemic began, with over 2 million dropping out of the workforce entirely. We must act with urgency to create a workforce that is inclusive and catering to our needs. Despite the challenges 2020 brought us, I am encouraged by all that we have accomplished this year. Latinas came out in record numbers to send Donald Trump out of the White House. We, along with our Black brothers and sisters, carried the victory for President Biden. And together we elected the first woman, specifically the first woman of color to serve as Vice President. I know we can accomplish so much more if we continue to organize and make our voices heard. This year and beyond, we must remember the lessons of our mothers, our grandmothers, and the women that came before us. Their resilience to move forward. Lastly, I would like to thank Hope for the beautiful presidential portrait. Your support is so much appreciated.
Hello, my name is Enrique Zaldivar, Director and General Manager of LA Sanitation and Environment. As the city's lead agency on environmental programs, LA Sanitation and Environment oversees the city's efforts on biodiversity. Biodiversity is an important indicator of ecosystem health that provides many services to our community, like clean water, clean air, and urban cooling. Not to mention the mental health benefits we get by seeing wildlife living among us. In fact, our very existence depends on biodiversity. Recently, our exemplary efforts to manage biodiversity were recognized by the National Wildlife Federation, or NWF. Now Los Angeles has become the largest city in the U.S. working towards certification in their Community Wildlife Habitat Program. But to achieve citywide certification, we need over 1,000 certified gardens throughout the city, and that's where we need your help. Any residents, business or school in the city of Los Angeles can apply. Your yard or open space will have to meet certain criteria to become NWF certified, including providing food and water sources, cover for nesting and shelter, and committing to use sustainable practice, including water conservation, managing invasive species, and limiting toxic chemicals and pesticides. Many of these goals can be achieved by using native plants in your garden, which provide the best habitat value for our local wildlife. For more information on getting your home certified, go to nwf.org/certify. For more information about LA Sanitation and Environment's biodiversity programs, go to lacitizen.org/biodiversity. Hola, mi nombre es Enrique Saldívar, director y gerente general de la Agencia de Saneamiento y Medio Ambiente de la Ciudad de Los Ángeles. Como líder de la ciudad en programas ambientales, LA Sanitation and Environment supervisa los esfuerzos de la ciudad en materia de biodiversidad. La biodiversidad es un indicador importante de la salud de los ecosistemas que proporciona muchos servicios a nuestra comunidad, como agua limpia, aire limpio y refrigeración urbana. Sin mencionar los beneficios de salud mental que obtenemos al ver la vida silvestre viviendo entre nosotros. Nuestra existencia depende de la biodiversidad. Recientemente, nuestros esfuerzos ejemplares para gestionar la biodiversidad fueron reconocidos por la Federación Nacional de Vida Silvestre, o NWF. Ahora, Los Ángeles se ha convertido en la ciudad más grande de los Estados Unidos, trabajando para gestionar la certificación en su programa Community Wildlife Habitat. Pero para lograr la certificación de toda la ciudad, necesitamos más de 1,000 jardines certificados en toda la ciudad, y ahí es donde necesitamos su ayuda. Cualquier residencia, negocio o escuela en la ciudad de Los Ángeles puede solicitarlo. Su patio o espacio abierto tendrá que cumplir con ciertos criterios para obtener la certificación NWF, incluyendo proporcionar alimentos y fuentes de agua, cubrir para anidar y refugio, y comprometerse a utilizar prácticas sostenibles, incluyendo la conservación del agua, la gestión de especies invasoras y la limitación de sustancias químicas tóxicas y pesticidas. Muchos de estos objetivos se pueden lograr mediante el uso de plantas nativas en su jardín, que proporcionan el mejor valor de hábitat para nuestra vida silvestre local. Para obtener más información sobre cómo obtener la certificación de su casa, vaya a nwf.org/certify. Para obtener más información sobre los programas de biodiversidad de LA Sanitation and Environment, vaya a lacitizen.org/biodiversity.
The promise of a brighter tomorrow is at home with you today. So when you need advice, activities, and access to free resources, head to California's parenting website, first5california.com. La promesa de un mejor futuro vive hoy en tu hogar. Cuando busques consejos, actividades y recursos gratuitos, visita el sitio web dedicado a las madres y a los padres de California, first5california.com/español.
I'm City Council President Nuri Martinez, Councilwoman for the 6th District representing the Northeast San Fernando Valley. My first experience with activism was organizing protests in Pacoima when the local Price Pfister factory closed and my mom was going to be forced out of her union job. As the first Latina City Council President, let me tell you, it is never too soon to start advocating for those less fortunate in your community. As high school students, you are the next generation of problem solvers, and while people often focus on national politics, if you want to enact the change you can see as you walk down the street, you need to get involved at the local level. This is why it's important to learn about what your city council, board of supervisors, and school boards are doing in Los Angeles. So continue to stay active, pursue opportunities for leadership, get involved in your communities and your local neighborhood councils, your local elected offices. Our government should be a reflection of us and what our communities look like. To do this, we must make sure underserved communities are represented at every level of government. From city council to Congress, we must make sure our voices are heard and make sure our communities are represented. This is why I am so excited that California's newest U.S. Senator, my friend Alex Padilla, from the Northeast San Fernando Valley, Pacoima homegrown, is going to D.C. to represent communities many of us live in and grew up in. So someday, that could be you.
Wipe gums, brush teeth twice a day. Take them to the dentist, yeah, right away. Love your baby's teeth, that's what we say. Keep them nice and clean from the very first day.
After feeding, wipe those gums.
Got a tooth? Brush it clean.
Take them to the dentist by the time they turn 1.
Love your baby's teeth, that's what we say. Keep them nice and clean from the very first day, yeah, right away.
Limpiamos las encías, cepillamos los dientes, visitamos al dentista frecuentemente. Cuidamos la boquita pa' sonrisa brillante, desde la infancia en adelante.
Las encías les limpiamos.
Y sus dientes cepillamos.
Y a la edad de 1 año al dentista los llevamos.
Cuidamos la boquita pa' sonrisa brillante, desde la infancia en adelante, bien brillante.
Wipe gums, brush teeth twice a day. Take them to the dentist, yeah, right away. Love your baby's teeth, that's what we say. Keep them nice and clean from the very first day.
Las encías les limpiamos.
Y sus dientes cepillamos.
Y a la edad de 1 año al dentista los llevamos.
Love your baby's teeth, that's what we say. Keep them nice and clean from the very first day, yeah, right away.
Thank you for your amazing support. We could not have done this without you. And so today we officially open the Lafayette Bridge Shelter.
It's hard to overstate what this money means for Los Angeles. It means more buses on the streets. It means more trains on the tracks. It means more frequent and reliable service for our customers, and more Angelenos getting to where they need to go, to work, to an appointment, maybe even to get their vaccine.
We need to do better. We need to make sure that we're hiring and training more women, and we need to make sure that we're promoting more women, and we need to make sure that we're providing equal pay for equal work.
Can you imagine what a great economic stimulus opportunity if we were to compensate our women for all the uncompensated work that they do at the home?
I want to actually remind us all of the opportunity that we have to play in these leadership roles to provide greater opportunities for women to lead.
There's too many guns out here, and they're in the wrong people's hands.
Gun violence has been a real public health issue in South LA for a long, long time.
Reducing gun violence is our number one goal this year, reducing victims of violent crimes and of shootings. That's what we're trying to accomplish.
These buyback efforts have been helpful in getting guns off the streets.
There's no questions asked. It's totally anonymous. We can then compensate them with gift cards worth $100 and $200.
And this is a time where we all must come together, working cooperatively, collaboratively to make change happen.
The Port of Los Angeles updated Angelenos this week on the continuing development of the LA waterfront. The San Pedro Town Square and Promenade project broke ground in January of 2020, shortly before the pandemic. LA Harbor Commissioner Anthony Perozzi recently announced that despite challenges resulting from the pandemic, the project is currently on track to be completed by the end of July 2021. The Port of Los Angeles is funding the $36 million project, which will create new central gathering space, as well as a promenade connecting attractions and points of interest along the harbor's main channel. The team at One Generation is working to make it easier for seniors to get a ride to their vaccination appointments in the West San Fernando Valley. Councilmember Bob Blumenfield helped to get the word out that One Generation has partnered with the ride-share company Lyft to transport seniors to and from vaccine appointments. This service is free of charge for seniors 65 and older. To take advantage, schedule your vaccine appointment, have the pickup and destination addresses ready, then call 818-708-6625. The LA Animal Services West Valley Animal Shelter is set to reopen March 15th. Both the West Valley Shelter and the North Central Shelter were temporarily closed last April due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Recently, Councilmember John Lee announced the official return of the city-operated shelter. He noted that with the facility shut down, the entire San Fernando Valley only had one city-operated animal shelter in service. The West Valley Animal Services Center is located at 20655 Plummer Street in Chatsworth. To read Councilmember Lee's full statement on the reopening, visit cd12.org.
Ridley Thomas.
Here.
Rodriguez.
Here.
13 members present and a quorum, Madam Chair.
All right, thank you, Madam City Attorney. I'm sorry, City Clerk. Mr. City Attorney, do you want to report on our closed session items for the public?
Sure, there's nothing to report out of closed session. I think Mr. Blumenfield has an announcement.
Do you have an announcement, Mr. Blumenfield?
Yes, thank you. Public Works Committee, which was scheduled to meet at 2 o'clock, is delayed because of this meeting. We'll meet at 2:45. Public Works at 2:45. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other committee announcements? Mr. O'Farrell, do you have a committee announcement?
No, I just have a general announcement.
Okay, give me just a second. Madam Clerk, what is before us now?
Council has motions for posting and referral. The motions will be posted on the City Clerk's website shortly after the meeting for the public's viewing. To subscribe to receive copies of today's council motions to your email, please visit clerk.lacity.org.
Okay, our posted and referred, thank you. Let's move on to announcements. Mr. O'Farrell.
Thank you, Madam President, for giving me a moment here. Colleagues, this is as much for you as it is for the general public, seeing as there were so many comments today about Echo Park Lake. And I'm going to work again to make sure that the accurate information gets out there. As of yesterday, more than 120 people experiencing homelessness at Echo Park Lake have now been moved into transitional housing, including non-congregate shelter options, at nearby Project Roomkey and Project Homekey sites. I want to take a moment to thank all the involved service providers who've been working with my team since late December to help place people experiencing homelessness there into this safe housing. Regular meals, wraparound services to help place them on a pathway to a life off the streets are available at these transitional housing sites. Unfortunately, there's been a concentrated and coordinated effort by various organizations to intentionally spread disinformation on social media channels and other communication outlets and disrupt our ability to help get people housed. Efforts to build relationships with the unhoused individuals at the lake have been ongoing for months, taking much time, great sensitivity, and very special care that has been individualized to the very person experiencing homelessness. Our outreach workers must be able to continue engaging with the unhoused at the lake, with individuals who have asked for and want a safe, secure place to sleep each night. For anyone listening or who may be gathered at the lake because you are brought there on false pretenses, if you share our goal of providing housing, supportive case services, and medical care to the Los Angeles, our most vulnerable, we want you to be a partner in our efforts and allow this ongoing work of housing our most vulnerable to continue without interruption. The months-long work to get people housed at Echo Park Lake precedes the temporary and necessary closure of the park facility so crews can begin extensive repairs. The repair work there includes lighting, plumbing, removal of hazardous material, and repairs due to widespread vandalism. For anyone to convey that this is somehow a utopian existence, or that, as the LA Times was quoted in an article yesterday, that the park has evolved into a commune-like society, or that the environment is somehow nurturing, this couldn't be further from the truth. Here are the realities. The park has, in fact, devolved into a dangerous, chaotic environment for all users. There have been 4 deaths, including an 18-year-old woman and who was an honors student from Oceanside who died of a cocaine and fentanyl overdose last July. There have been drug overdoses, assaults, sexual assaults, reports from housed and unhoused people in the area of animal abuse, imposing a tax on people sleeping in tents there, as well as a tax on street vendors, indecent exposure at the children's play area, and a prostitution ring, all organized by the so-called leaders of the encampment. And lastly, in relation to claims of sweeps or criminalizing the homeless, in this approach, let me say, if you define a sweep as moving someone indoors to a safe, clean environment where they will be provided free, healthy meals, receive medical care, and a path to wellness, then you can call it what you want, because this is what we are doing for everyone who has been there over the last several weeks or months. Nor is anyone who is homeless there being criminalized. But there have been people habitating in this dangerous environment over the last year to avoid violation of an arrest warrant or a parole violation. So yes, arrests have been made. They include a wanted felon who is at large and extradited to Colorado for molesting a child. Other arrests have involved assaults, knife attacks, and an assault of a Recreation and Parks employee. So no one is being criminalized, but criminal activity is being addressed as it should be. All of this is in addition to the safe storage, mobile showers, 24-hour staffed restroom service, laundry service, COVID testing, COVID vaccines that began in February, and much more attention we have given to the unhoused at the lake over the past year. This situation was never intended to last indefinitely, and now that we have the housing solutions that my team and I have been working on so hard to secure is in place, it is long past time to move on. And that is exactly what we are doing. Thank you, Madam President. Thank you, colleagues.
Thank you, Mr. O'Farrell. Announcements, Mr. Blumenfield?
Yeah, just real brief. I wanted to announce today is nationally is Equal Pay Day, a day that reminds us that women still don't make equal pay for equal work. Back in 2019, I introduced a measure with Council President Martinez and Councilwoman Rodriguez to require the city contractors to verify that they don't discriminate. And that was sparked by a proposal by then Senator, now President, or then presidential candidate, now Vice President Kamala Harris. It's a unique idea because unlike most equal pay proposals that rely on the victims to prove they've been discriminated against, this idea flips the script and asks businesses to prove that they don't discriminate. So just briefly, this Equal Pay Day, making that announcement, and let's all recommit ourselves to making that happen, not just nationally, but locally.
Thank you, Mr. Blumenfield. Mr. Koretz, announcements?
Thank you, Madam President. One, I wanted to recognize that this Saturday, the evening of March 27th, is Passover, which ends the evening of April 4th on Sunday, which is a holiday that commemorates the exodus of the Jews from slavery in ancient Egypt. So I wanted to wish all of our Jewish residents a happy Passover and a great Seder. And also I wanted to recognize that tomorrow, Thursday, is the 200th anniversary of Greek independence. So in recognition, tomorrow, the City Hall will be displayed in blue and white, the color of the Greek flag, to recognize and honor this day as well.
Thank you, Mr. Kurtz. Any other announcements? I know that Mr. Krikorian had to get going, but I do want to wish him a happy birthday. It's his birthday today. And so happy birthday. I know, Mike, you had a birthday last week, so happy belated. And tomorrow's Mr. Cedillo's birthday. So happy birthday to you, Gil, tomorrow.
Thank you.
Members, are there any adjourning motions? Seeing none, our meeting is adjourned. Thank you.